Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. It is Week 9, the last week of the 2023 regular season in both Class A and Class 4A. We got two classes on the docket this week, one on Thursday night here, and then tomorrow night or Friday night as you're watching this for Class 5A. We got a fun show ahead of you. We're going to look at the top 5 plays from an action-packed Week 8. We're going to look at the RPI rankings and see who's close to getting in or who's close to dropping out as we near the playoffs, and much, much more. Let's jump right into your highlights of last week.
With the quarterback keeper and Johnson. Holy cow! Right up the middle! Look at that go! Sam Johnson racing for the end zone. He is in there for a touchdown. 47 yards.
Good off the right side there, had been a block, a little bit of a seam there. The linebackers had come up to guard against the run. He broke the tackle, took it up straight up the middle with his speed.
7 from the 7th. They run Trey Wilson in motion. They go outside to Trey. He's looking at a double pass, and that's a touchdown for Dowling Catholic. Curtis Horace. Trey Wilson with his first touchdown throw of the night of the season. And Tom Wilson and the boys get a little trickery.
Snap is good. The kick is good! Tigers win! Playoff hopes alive! Alvarenga from 31.
Moberly, 4th and 18 for the tie, over the middle, touchdown! Sam Zelenovich!
What a
open.
well-executed play. Come right back here, look on it. So they're going to run that slant that they ran so well in the whole first half. He kicks right out, and it's touchdown. Here's Valley again, dropping back. Pressure up the middle. DeGroot wings it upfield. Has a man! Caught! 30, 25, 20. Can he get there? Touchdown! Tigers! 87 yards.
Those were our highlights of the last week of action. What a week it was. An amazing Week 8 full of high-octane plays. We'll jump right into our RPI rankings as we head into Week 9. Taking a look at our Class 5A RPI, courtesy of the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Really no change at the top. Southeast Polka at number 1, Dowling Catholic number 2 after their match last week. Bettendorf at number 3 after the win against Prairie. Pleasant Valley at number 4. Waukee Northwest. Waukee jump to 5 and 6 after Ankeny and Cedar Rapids Kennedy dropped losses to Valley and Cedar Falls. Kennedy is at 7, Ankeny is at 8. Remember, top 8 make the home playoff advantage for the postseason, so you want to be top 8 or else you're going on the road. Cedar Falls upsets Kennedy. They jump up to 9th. Iowa City High at 10th after their win against Linn-Mar. They take on number 3 Bettendorf this week. Sioux City East has worked their way back into 11th after a win against Ames. Johnston is up to 12th after their win against Urbandale. Cedar Rapids Prairie 13th after the loss to after the loss this past week. Ankeny Centennial at 14th after the tough loss to Waukee Northwest. The Jags are going to be right there on the cutoff. They play Urbandale this week. It's must win, but they will be going on the road for postseason more than not. At 15 is Linn-Mar off the loss to Iowa City High, and Davenport West sneaks in at 16th. On the outside looking in, 17, Iowa City West. They take on Cedar Rapids Prairie this week. The Valley Tigers again move up a couple spots after the win against Ankeny. It's pretty much a given. If Valley wins this week against Marshalltown, they should get into the top 16, but they will be a 16 or 15 seed. Watch out for the top 2 seeds in Southeast Polk and Dowling. Urbandale drops out of the top 16 to 19th. Muscatine rounds out the top 20. Those are our RPI standings as we head into Week 9. A lot of teams are going to be sweating things out here in the next couple days to see who makes the playoffs. We'll take a break and be back with our coach interviews and more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
It's the DeArmond Ford Indianola kickoff event. Score big on a new F-150 XLT with 3.9% for 66 months, plus $3,750 rebate. Get charged up with a Mach-E and lease for $449 a month. All Americans Ford Escape and Edge. New Edge for $399 a month flex buy. And the new Escape, 2.9% for 75 months, plus $500 rebate. Join our winning team at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. It is time for our coach interview segment of tonight's show. I had a chance to sit down with Coach Tom Wilson of Dowling Catholic and Mitchell Moore of Sioux City North ahead of their big matchup tonight. Here with Coach Mitch Moore of Sioux City North. Coach, first of all, thanks for joining us today. Big task ahead for you guys here against Dowling Catholic. Obviously, they lost last week, coming off the loss to Southeast Polk. Talk about the team that you have this year. 2-6 so far. You got a sophomore quarterback behind you. What's this season been like for you guys?
It's been up and down. We had some really high expectations coming into the season. We lost 4-5 games by one score or less. We've been in every game, so our season could be completely flipped around from where it's at. We've learned a lot. It's a lot of situational football that's could have changed the end of the game. got a good group of seniors on our team. That's kind of, especially on the defensive side of the ball, they've kept us in a lot of our games where our offense has really stalled. And defensively, they've really improved and continue to improve.
You're coming off 2 straight wins after those couple close losses. Has that significantly helped the vibe of the team here going into this last week?
Definitely. When you're losing and then you're losing those close games, kids start to question themselves. It's keeping their confidence level up. And then those last 2 wins have really, offensively we were successful. Defensively, we took the ball away, and then we had a special team score on both those games. So I mean, that when you're doing it in all 3 phases, it brings a lot of life back into the program.
Sophomore quarterback, like I talked about, surrounded by seniors. What's that been like trying to get Noah going this year? And does that give you hope here for the next couple of years that he's getting that experience this year?
Yeah, well, for sure. Noah's he's a great football player. He's a great athlete. He started at basketball as a freshman for the point guard. So, I mean, he's got that varsity experience under his belt. And he's kind of a gamer when we talk about it. We played Urbandale a couple weeks ago, and the second half of that game was, he was outstanding. Threw some hit our running back on a seam route down the sideline that I have not seen many people make that kind of throw right off the back shoulder to the corner. Kept us in the game. So he's got these flashes of greatness. It's just getting him to be consistent, having the offensive line give him the time to kind of sort things out.
15 interceptions forced by your defense, 27 sacks. What's been the difference? I mean, those are pretty good numbers for Class 5A.
Yeah, our defensive line. We have a defensive end, Ethan Dowling. He's a UNI commit. He's been playing really well. On the other end is Mekhi Turner, a very similar build, very similar type football player. And then in the middle, we had Kellen McGraw was our starting nose. He suffered an injury 2 weeks ago, but our defensive line has been really solid. When your defensive line is good, it allows those linebackers to play freely. And then we got a safety in Henry Yeager who really fills the alley. I believe he's really high up in tackles in 5A. So like I said, with the defensive line, everything kind of revolves around them, and we do a lot hiding our coverages, so it allows for those interceptions to come.
What's it like preparing for a team like Dowling Catholic? I mean, obviously one of the best, coming off a loss, so there's definitely things that you can look at on film. What's this week been like preparing for these guys?
It's just, you get caught up in, do you want to get super gimmicky and try to, do one of those things? And we've kind of been on this thing where we just kind of want to be true to who we are. I mean, like I said, we expected to be, when the season started, talking about playoffs, preparing for playoffs, it hasn't been that way. So we know we have a good football squad, and we know we can compete with the best in 5A. So we want to just be true to who we are and execute at a high level.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time, and good luck to your guys against Dowling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Here with head coach of Dowling Catholic, Tom Wilson. Coach, thanks for joining us today. Let's talk about last week. Tough loss to Southeast Polk in triple overtime, one of the best games we've seen all season. Let's just touch on that. So, first of all, looking back on the game, what were a couple things that you maybe wanted to change, or just a couple things that didn't turn out the way you guys wanted them to?
I think in a game like that, there's a lot of things, and I think after we took the lead, we had 3rd and 1, and honestly expecting blitz, and that's what they did, and we run RPO and we throw a slot fade that kind of fluttered and fell short, and obviously I would like to have that call back. They did what we expected. We just didn't execute it well enough, and maybe I should put us in a different position. And obviously the 4th and 18 that they converted in overtime, that one certainly hurt, and we had a chance at the end of regulation to win the ball game, and just didn't. Time kind of ran out. I was going to try one more play, and then decided not to, and let the clock run down and kick the field goal. So, great game. 2 really good teams, I think, and we just happened to come up short this time.
Guys don't lose a ton. I mean, that's a given. How do you get your players to put this in the rearview mirror and move on?
Well, that was really my message to them Friday after the game. I thought our effort in that ball game was fantastic. And we played our hearts out, but we really don't want to hear, hey, hopefully we get another shot at them. That's not even in our mindset, because there's too many good teams around here. And we just got to worry about who's next. And that groundwork was laid before we even left the stadium that night, and has continued on this week. And we've handled it that way.
Let's talk about who's next. Sioux City North comes in 2-6. They've won their last 2 games after starting 0-6. Young quarterback, but experienced all across the board. What have you guys seen on film this week?
You're right. They do have some experience. I think they would be the first to tell you that they didn't expect to be 2-6. Skill people, very talented, honestly, have a pretty good defensive front, really front 7. As I mentioned, I like their skill. They run a 3-3 TED concept defensively, which sometimes can be feast or famine. But again, I think they've got some talent. Things haven't worked out for them this year for a veteran team that they have. But again, as I mentioned before, we've got to worry about us and get ourselves going in the right direction.
Defensively, put it aside overtime, pretty good defensively all across the board against a good scoring team. The 3 sophomores last week really impressed me, along with Middleton, the same thing. Talk about how crucial that is for you guys, that you have sophomores in that position that are making plays as sophomores, and you got 2 more years left of these guys.
Oh, it's great. And they've grown up before our eyes. I think the Beaver twins are going to be really good players. And Ryan Bobo has started all year at one defensive end. You mentioned Ian Middleton, but really, we're playing about 7 of them on a regular basis. And obviously that's good. And, by this time in the season, you're really not sophomores anymore. Once we've played 8 ball games against, a pretty tough schedule. So I certainly like their contributions. I think it's been great. But we'll probably go as far as our upperclassmen will take us.
I got to ask, because people have asked me, obviously you don't really think about the playoffs too much, but do you kind of scout ahead? Do you try to take guesses on maybe who you'll end up facing, or is it just kind of a week by week at a time and you'll just take your game plan when you get to it?
Yeah, anybody that tells you they don't look at it's probably lying. We look at it. We don't do any scouting. Really what you do is you make sure that you have the film that you think you're going to need downloaded so you can hit the ground running really at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning when everything comes out. And obviously we have guesses and things like that. And I have coaches that think they're pretty smart at this stuff. And I think we've been right about 25% of the time.
All righty. Sounds great, Coach. Good luck to you guys on Friday night.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
care.
Coach. As always, we want to take a moment to thank all the coaches for talking to us all regular season long, to take time out of their day. We really appreciate it. Helps give you, the audience, a little bit more of an insight of what they're thinking as they head on into the matchups of that evening. We'll take a break and be back with much more. You're watching the CIML Football Pregame Show.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time to look at some of our games of the week as we get you ready, just almost set for your big game tonight. Taking a look at our Class 5A games to watch, we'll start out with the two on the Central Iowa Sports Network this evening. Ankeny tries to rebound after a loss to Valley last week. The Hawks look to win and contain home field advantage for the playoffs. They take on Cedar Rapids of Washington. Should be a good game over there at Ankeny Stadium. Dowling Catholic also trying to rally after a loss last week. It's senior night over there at Valley Stadium. The Bruins will take on Sioux City North. A couple other games to keep an eye out on. Valley takes on Marshalltown over in Marshalltown. Valley has to win to try to make the playoffs. It's a must-win game for the Tigers to try to make it in at 4-5. Keep an eye out for that one. Urbandale takes on Ankeny Centennial. It's a must-win for the Jayhawks. If they want to get in the playoffs, they could spoil Centennial's season and kick out the Jags. That'll be one to watch for sure as the evening goes on. Linn-Mar takes on Pleasant Valley, another battle between two top 16 teams. Linn-Mar has to win after the loss to Iowa City High last week, or the Lions will be going home. And one more, Bettendorf. Number 3 Bettendorf takes on number 10 Iowa City High. Would a loss knock the Little Hawks out? We're not entirely sure, but keep an eye out for that one in your top 16. And that will wrap it up for us here on the CISN Football Pregame Show. We appreciate everyone for watching all regular season long. Next week, we're already in playoff mode. We appreciate everyone for watching as always. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Enjoy your Football Friday. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise as Ella Hoover will lead us in prayer. First of all, though, Dowling would like to thank a special thank you to Bishop Jonason and all the pastors of the diocese for their loyal support of Dowling Catholic students and pastoral guidance of the school's mission. And now, our pregame prayer, Ella Hoover. Now remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
free Godfather's Pizza. Begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
It's our construction sale here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. We're expanding and setting sales records. Check out our Flex Buys, the new way to buy. Save big with a new F-150 XLTs and the new 2024 Edge. Also save on new Ford Explorers and Expeditions. And check out all DeArmond certified used vehicles, all sold with a 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Find out what's going on at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Here comes the Maroons. And then we notice Bruins will open up playoff action next Friday night at East Williams Stadium on the east side of Des Moines. First round playoff, Williams Stadium, 7 o'clock next Friday night. Captains for the Stars, Braden McLean, 15. 13, Henry Yeager. 28, Dayton Harrell. 20, Ethan Dowling. Captain for the Maroons. 55, Kyle Rocker. 2, Dominic Capaldo. 20, Vivian James. 21, Judy Ford. 57, Max Felton.
Construction professionals, dental associates, along with Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization. Our thanks to Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic United, and Klein Electric. Dave.
And the coin toss, Mark. Dowling 1 deferred. East Sioux, or North Sioux City. I wonder how many times I'm going to say East Sioux City. North Sioux City will receive the ball first.
All right, and we will keep it here. I want to thank all the folks behind the scenes. We're also simulcasting as we welcome in the audience. We're with the CISN crew tonight. I want to thank them for being part of our broadcast as we will simulcast with them. Our thanks to our board ops tonight, and of course Roman Wilkin back at the Iowa Catholic Radio Studio, and Sean and Grazia, our producer here for CISN, along with Aaron Bandy, Randy Nielsen, and of course Jennifer Phelps, who works the board here, as it looks like Dowling will kick off and defend the south end zone. And let's go for a sideline report as we're getting ready to start. We'll just keep it here. And that is Brian Morris on the sideline. Brian, give us an update. What's it like to be down that sideline first time in several years?
It feels great down here. We can't complain about October 20th, and it's about 59 degrees. No wind down here tonight, Mark. The flags are as still as the interest rates are right now.
That would have been a perfect opportunity to say, well, what are you doing now, Brian?
Brian, if you don't answer that question, we're going to hear it in the fourth quarter. I'm just letting you know. All right, as Schumacher tees it up and kicks it off, and he does. High end over end kick, and it'll be fielded by Sioux City North at the 4-yard line on the return across the 20 and up to about the 25 or 21-yard line, and that would be DeMarco Young on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10, Sioux City North. And Dave Marcoullier, Sioux City North offense comes in the field, and we've got a little story there with one of the receivers, number 1.
Yes, I believe it's number 1 is a deaf football player. He's a receiver, and I have been told that he lines up on North Sioux City's side, and he has an interpreter over there that will give him the play, and he's a heck of a ball player, Mark.
Yes, he is. He's gotten some Division I looks. 1st and 10, Sioux City North, right on the 20-yard line. They give it to their tailback, and he tries to go over left end and carries maybe for a yard up to the 21 or bring up 2nd down and 9. As the quarterback is Noah Conley, 6-foot sophomore for Sioux City North, wearing number 6. Dayton Harrell and DeMarco Young, number 1, are the senior tailbacks, and they'll interchange. Harrell will wear number 28. They'll both line up as receiver and maybe in the Wildcat. 2nd down play, and the give is to Harrell on the left side, and he tries to go around the numbers, and he's hit and dropped down by the Dowling defense for a loss. Back to the 19, a loss of 2. And let's continue the offense of Jack Mogensen. Number 9 is one wide receiver. Isaiah Sanchez, number 10, another. Dom Foster and Alex Soldati are the other wide receivers. Tight end is Alex Frazee. In the offensive line, Parker Fergan, Adrian Ramirez, Noah Chartier, Noah Reed, and Rafael Frias. And now it's 3rd and 11 here, Dave, for Sioux City North. They'll work with 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. And the Dowling defense has not been fooled here in the early going.
No, Isaiah Beaver has been in on both plays, doing a great job.
All right, back to throw is the quarterback. Noah Conley fires over the middle. The pass is caught by Jack Mogensen, who we just talked about. It's shy of the 1st down, up to about the 26 or 7-yard line. He'll be 3 yards shy. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Stars of Sioux City North.
And that was Dylan Manning on the coverage. Dropped a little deep, and the route went right in front of him. And I think what he was trying to do is prevent that 3rd down long gain.
So Mogensen a gain of 8, but shy of the 1st down, and it'll be 4th down from the 27. Here's the snap. Good punt this time by Sioux City North, and that being Dylan Byer, fielded by Dowling, and return is left. And with the football is Trey Wilson, and he's finally run out of bounds after a pretty good return. No penalty flags down, and that's about a 25-yard return down to the Sioux City North 45-yard line or thereabouts, Dave.
Really nice job of picking up its blocking and breaking it towards Dowling's bench for a nice gain.
So Dowling will have great field position and a short field. Maroons come in with a record of 7-1. Their only loss was last week in 3 overtimes to Southeast Polk. Sioux City North with a record of 2-6. Dowling offense on the field, led by quarterback Dante Cataldo. He has 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Cataldo wants to throw on 1st down, does, fires it out, caught by Wilson, and Trey finally steps out of bounds at the 34, a gain of 6, and a quick out pattern to start the game offensively for Dowling, Dave.
Now this North New City defense is something you want to watch, Mark. It starts out looking like the Iowa State defense, 3 down linemen, and then they have the linebackers. And no one knows where those linebackers really go. I was talking to coaches about it. They said they just kind of do their own thing.
Back to throw Cataldo on 2nd and short. Fires it out. Pass is caught right at the 1st down number. Is Curtis Horace, another senior, one of 42 seniors on this Dowling club that was introduced with their parents and family tonight. And he's right at the first down, and they're going to say first down Dowling right at the 40, or check that, the 30-yard line.
And Dowling going with their no-huddle offense, try and move the pace along. I think we're going to see a lot of passing tonight, Mark.
Pistol formation for the Maroons. Cataldo at quarterback. And the give is to the tailback. Rashad Davis kind of picks his hole, waits for his offensive line, and finally wrestled down inside the 25, down to the 24, a gain of 6. The Maroons have gotten 6 yards on 3 straight plays, 2 passing and this one rushing.
You know, it's amazing how he picks up his blocking, Mark. If you would take a pen and chart out the route that he just ran, it'd be all over the place. He does a great job of doing that.
He follows his blockers, and we'll get the Dowling offense introduced here in a moment. And Cataldo now a give on second and 4 rather to Rashad Davis. Breaks the tackle, now reverses field inside the 20. He's got a wall inside the 10, 5, touchdown Rashad Davis from 24 yards out. And let's see if we can pick up the replay here, Dave. But what a run by Rashad. He tried to go left. There was a wall there, and he reversed field and showed his speed.
Yes, he did. He first came to the left, then he did a complete reversal, cut it up in, and Corey Harris got a great block, the last person to block to spring him into the end zone.
Yeah, Curtis Horace with that block, number 3 there on the outside. Now the extra point by Schumacher, with Jack Jepson to hold and Wyatt Jones to snap. Dowling leading 6-0, and Schumacher's extra point up and good. 7-0 Dowling with 8:43 remaining, first quarter from Valley Stadium. Dowling leads 7-0 over Sioux City North. We'll be back here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, West Des Moines. Here's the kickoff, and now the return by Sioux City North near the 20-yard line. And Maroons lead at 7-0 after Dowling goes 4 plays, 40 yards. Brian Morris capped off by Rashad Davis. 24-yard run where he had a reverse field, and you had a bird's eye view of it there on the field. That's right. Brian's changing his batteries. What am I doing?
Oh.
He just texted me. Sorry about that. We'll get to Brian, but Dowling now on defense, and we'll talk about the guys up front. Ryan Bobo, Isaac Beaver, Mason Beaver, and Keevy Fort. But tonight, Will Ringwelski replaces Ryan Bobo on the defensive line. Here's a handoff on first down by Sioux City North from their own 20-yard line, and getting a yard is the tailback. It'll bring up 2nd and 9, and they have not found much luck there, Dave, rushing the football.
No, they haven't. The Beavers brothers up front, right in the middle, have really been doing a nice job getting in the backfield.
So second, and they'll call it 8. The line of scrimmage is the 22 of Sioux City North. Dowling leads 7-0 here on a beautiful night for week 9 of the high school football season. Again, Dowling will find out their opponent in the playoffs beginning tomorrow at 10 a.m. The state will announce it. Back to throw is the quarterback for Sioux City North. He fires out, passing complete. Noah Conley tried to hit a receiver, running a little drag run. I think that was his tailback, Dayton Harrell, and he dropped the football right at the 25. So it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Stars, Dave.
Nice rush on the Dowling defense. They did a little twist stunt end, and the tackle switch positions.
All right, 3 receivers left. two to the right. Sioux City North in their road white uniforms with dark trim. Dowling in their home maroon jerseys with white pants and white helmets. Back to throw is their quarterback, and Conley is hitting in the backfield and dropped for a loss back near the 15-yard line. So he'll lose 7 or bring up 4th and long.
And that was Isaac Beavers and Tony Brooks in on the backfield.
There's a replay on CISN. And 2 guys, one guy was blocking 2 guys.
Right, Ryan Bobo. I love saying that name. I hope he makes a lot of tackles. Ryan Bobo in on the tackle.
So Conley with the sack that moves the ball back to the 15. 4th and long from the 15, and Dowling's going to let the punt drop. It bounces at midfield and takes this Sioux City North bounce. And it'll be
nice
down
kick.
Right about the 42-yard line. The Dowling offense will start 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. With 7:04 left to go here in the first quarter on Parents' Night. Mark Emmerdale, Dave Marcoulier, Brian Morris. Brian's still changing batteries, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we can peek in. Brian, you around?
Yeah, I'm down here, guys.
There you go. What'd you think of the last offensive drive, and how about the defense tonight from down there?
The one thing, Rashad Davis, again, I've watched a lot of the games on streaming, and you just don't appreciate how he waits for his blocks and how he scored that touchdown. Very impressive. This defensive line, they're all what they're cracked up to be.
Yeah, they're very active, and they're deep, Dave. They like to go 8 in a rotation. All right, here
and most of them are sophomores.
Well, there's a few up there, yeah. Back to throw. Cataldo in play action, fires the ball. The pass is caught and hit right away is Hank Brown, but he hangs on at the 44-yard line. That's a long pass for a gain of 2.
Yeah, Cataldo is looks like he's a little bit sore down there, Mark.
He took
after he just threw that one. He took a little shot. But he's staying in.
All right, Kyle Rockers, Joe Fralak, Max Shelton, Nate Agos, and Isaiah Seymour, left tackle to right tackle. Dowling in the pistol formation. They give us to Rashad Davis, looking for a hole, has a seam and gets up near midfield, drags tacklers near a first down from the 44 up to the 50-yard line. Gain of 6 for Rashad to bring up 2nd down.
He does a great job of once he creates a pile, keeping his feet moving. The officials never know whether to blow the whistle or not, because it'll freeze and then it'll pop out to the other side. He almost popped that out and went to the right for the touchdown.
Yeah, forward progress. You don't know when it stops.
You don't know.
All right, one receiver split out wide right. That's Hank Brown. Pistol formation for Cataldo. He fakes the handoff, and he's going to be hit and sacked in the backfield. Tremendous job by Sioux City East. They get in there and make the sack. Now, keep in mind, about a handful of players for Sioux City East are two-way players, Dave.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to go to Hank Brown. That was a RPO that he wanted. He pulled the ball and looked up at Hank Brown, who was the only receiver out there, and Hank was still running his route, and I think Cataldo thought he was going to cut it a little shorter. So he couldn't pass. He didn't have an opportunity to throw the ball.
6-yard sack. And it'll bring up 4th and 8 for Dowling. And so Zach Smith into punt, averaging just under 39 yards on 17 punts for Dowling Catholic this year. And back deep for Sioux City North is Alex Soldati, number 24. And the punt is away, and now it'll be
out of bounds.
Out of bounds, and I was going to say where they're going to put it at, right around the 25-yard line. So that's where Sioux City North will have it with just under 5 minutes to play first quarter. Dowling 7, Sioux City North nothing. Let's go down to the Dowling sideline. That's where Brian Morris is. Got brand new batteries, ready to go, Brian.
I am, and one thing that Coach Wilson said in the pregame is this team, Sioux City North, they have some athletes, and you saw that in the last drive. They sent a linebacker on a blitz, and he got right through and put Dante on his back and set the Maroons on a punting, which, again, I think we're all a little surprised at.
Well, you still got to, play it out. And Sioux City North, the first down from their own 26-yard line. The quarterback being chased, fires the ball out, pass is incomplete. Noah Conley running for his life as he had pressure from the backside by Isaac Beaver and company, Dave, from the Dowling defensive line.
Every play Isaac has been in on. Every single play, Mark. He's having a great night.
Will Riglowski, Isaac Beaver, Owen Penns, a start at nose guard tonight for Dowling up front, and Keevy Ford, the front four for the Maroons. Linebackers, Matt Hatton, Luca Scigliano, Dylan Manning, Zach Smid. Corners are Kenny James and Jake Kruger, and the free safety is Nick Frericks. We'll see Aiden Ducharme, Jackson Miller, and Drew Bauk in there along with Parker Pearson. Ryan Boble's already been in, and so has Mason Beaver, and of course Ian Middleton. And now running play again and nowhere to go as that play was drawn out. Line of scrimmage was a 26. Guess what? It remains a 26-yard line on the carry that time by Sioux City North.
KV Fort in on the tackle.
They just can't get that offensive line going for Sioux City North at this juncture. Parker Fergan, Adrian Ramirez, Noah Chartier, Noah Reed, and Rafael Frias up front for the Stars. And 3rd and 10, they work out of the shotgun. Quarterback is Noah Conley. He has Harrell in the backfield. Conley to his left, rolls, has pressure, now reverses field, rolls right, fires the ball downfield. He's got a man behind the defense, and the pass is caught inside the 50. Nice play that time by Sioux City North on that reception as he gets the ball all the way down field.
It was by number 14, and I don't see a 14 on.
And I don't either.
On my roster.
We don't have it on the roster, but we're going to go to the backup roster and see if he's on there. But what a catch. He got behind the defense, Dave, and made the play. And I'll tell you what, that was an outstanding play on his end.
And the quarterback did a real nice job getting rid of the strong rush that Dowling had. 2 guys were chasing them around the backfield.
So first down at the 47 of Dowling for Sioux City North. They go back on the ground. Ball pops out. They say the running back was down right at the 45-yard line. Gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8.
That's DeMerico Young, one of their leading running backs, Mark, and he is a handful. Very quick, very elusive.
Somebody's had a number change, and we do not have it here. We'll have to ask the Sioux City North coaches if we can get in touch with them. But nonetheless,
DeMerico Young is their leading rusher, 120 or 601 yards, 6 TDs.
They keep the ball on the ground on 2nd and 8, and nowhere to go for Young that time as he's driven down at the point of attack, which was the line of scrimmage. It brings up 3rd and 8 here, so the Dowling defense stiffens. And it'll bring up 3rd and long.
They're going to have a tough time if they want to continue to try and run that ball inside. The way the Beaver brothers are playing right now, it's going to be tough, Mark.
Big play in this drive, 27-yard pass to number 14 as we know him now. We'll try to find out here at the break. Back to throw is Conley. Fires it out, pass is incomplete. He led his receiver that time, which is Dayton Harrell. And yes, we talk about Dayton Harrell and we talk about DeMarco Young. They're also wide receivers, so they line up in both spots.
That was close to being intercepted by Parker Pearson, but he was overthrown also.
So this will bring up 4th and 8, and the punting unit coming in for Sioux City North. Dylan Byer, number 16, set to punt, averaging 33 yards a punt this year.
Trey Wilson, a single deep man this time.
Yeah, single safety. We've seen twin safeties. Once in a while, Kerner will go back there,
right.
Dave.
Trey's got good hands, and he's got a lot of speed.
Now they're delaying the punt. Now they do the old rugby kick and a high spirally kick. It'll hang in the air, bounce inside the 20, takes a Dowling bounce up to about the 18-yard line. That's where Dowling will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 18 with 1:54 to play. First quarter, the score, Dowling Catholic 7, Sioux City North nothing here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network as we stream with CISM. Let's go down the Dowling sideline. And Brian Morris, not a whole lot to report, but a nice play that time by Sioux City North. They get a nice catch of 27 yards during that drive.
Yeah, that was all Nolan Conley. He probably ran about 60 yards getting rid of from the rushing team, and one of the wide receivers was just able to break free from his DB.
So 1st and 10 to Dowling Catholic from their own 18-yard line. Capaldo in at quarterback. Empty backfield. Back to throw. Now wants to run, and he's going to run it out of bounds to the 22. He'll pick up 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 6. And I know Dante was sore after last week's game at Southeast Polk, and he got hit, as you mentioned, Dave, in that first series. So he's not running at full strength, and hopefully he can maintain everything, which I believe he will.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain he doesn't want to run the ball tonight, nor do the coaches want him to run it. So he did a nice job of pulling it down and getting out of bounds and avoiding the hit.
2nd down and 6 for the Maroons. They give us to Rashad Davis. Big hole left side, is tripped up, now keeps his feet, keeps his balance, sliding up near the 30-yard line, which is near a first down. Let's see what the officials say. His knee went down. Nice run by Rashad, and second effort, Dave.
Yeah, very nice run. There was one guy in front of him, and one guy is not going to stop him. Rashad is going to go right around him, and as he did on that play and picked up some more yards, it brings up 3rd and very short yards to go.
Reminder, at halftime, we'll talk pancake breakfast with Bonnie Bronson from Dowling Catholic High School. So join us for that interview at halftime. Pistol formation, 3rd and 1. Rashad Davis has the handoff. He's got the first down, but he stood up at the 30-yard line and pushed back. And he only needed less than a yard, and he picked up that. So it'll be first down, Dowling right at their own 30-yard line with a minute to play here in the first quarter. Maroons lead at 7-0.
Yeah, see, that's the type of play that he's got to be careful on, Mark, when it's 3rd and short and he's got the first down, and sometimes he'll juke it to the side and try and go out, and sometimes he goes back a little bit and he could lose that first down.
Kyle Rockers, Joe Fralak, Max Shelton, Nate Agos, and Isaiah Seymour. Line of scrimmage for Dowling. Back to throw is Cataldo. He fires it out. Pass is incomplete. Broken up. Curtis Horace was the intended receiver, but a penalty flag down right at the point where the ball hit Horace in the hands.
Yeah, that's going to be on Sioux City or North Sioux City. I tell you, Mark, I was out at practice the other day. Curtis Horace made an unbelievable one-hand catch that I couldn't believe.
An eligible player downfield for Dowling's coming back.
Now I wonder how this official saw that one when he was watching the.
There's a replay.
See, this is the guy that called it, huh?
Well, and maybe it was an ineligible player instead of not illegal lineman downfield. But nonetheless, penalty against Dowling. It'll be 1st and 15, back to the 25-yard line. Runs with 5 receivers, 3 on one side. Back to throw. Horace with the catch. Cataldo right over the middle on the quick slant up to about the 45-yard line. A gain of 20 there, Dave. And Cataldo right on the money with the play you were talking about, Curtis Horace.
Right. He's his number 1 receiver as of the last few games that he's really looking for. And Horace does a great job running patterns and finding that open spot, especially in the middle.
Maroons going with an empty backfield, 2 receivers left, and 2 to the right. Here's a snap. Cataldo back to throw, has time, fires it out, and the pass is caught near side right at midfield. And a nice catch that time by the tight end, Will Leifker.
You know, one of these times, Mark, they're going to fake one of these short passes and throw to Hank Brown flying down the field. He's absolutely wide open on that play.
We've come to the end of the first quarter here at Valley Stadium on Parents' Night for Dowling Catholic. Our score, second-ranked Dowling 7, Sioux City North nothing, alongside Dave Marcoullier and Brian Morris. I'm Mark Amadale here on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, West Des Moines. Mark Hamadale alongside Dave Marcouli and Brian Morris. The gang's back together as Matt Mandring, John Chido have tonight off. Both of them are out of state. And first play of the second quarter, handoff for Rashad Davis, and he gets a few yards down to the 47-yard line of Sioux City North. So Dowling now on Stars territory, Dave.
You know, I'm pretty busy now, Mark. You're lucky you caught me on an
open night?
On an open night, yeah. I tell you.
You know, when you shut your pool down, there's not a whole lot you can do, is there? You're limited.
And I did shut it down.
Handoff goes to Davis, and Rashad gets it near first down, right on the first down marker at the 45. And it'll be 1st and 10 Dowling from the Sioux City North 45-yard line. So, yeah, I know you got a little bit more time on your hands. And now we start the second quarter. You can go ahead and ask Brian his question.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
How's it going down there?
It's going good, Dave. You needed a Morton building, right? Is that what you told me earlier?
Yeah.
So Jenny Farrell.
So what
Jenny
do you mean?
Farrell,
What are you doing?
Yeah, Jenny Farrell team, if you're listening, we got to find Dave a Morton building.
Oh.
I don't want to tell you what for.
I shouldn't have turned that mic on. I think I did a wrong thing there. Back to throw as Cataldo fires it out. Pass is caught. And a nice reception by Hank Brown. He stays in bounds, but makes the turn inside the 35 of Sioux City North, and he's run down at the 34. And a nice run that time after the catch by Hank Brown, and a good ball thrown by Cataldo.
Yeah, you know what that makes this team so good, Mark, is they got a lot of speed. Probably some more speed than Tom's had in the past few years.
It's a gain of 12 and a first down Dowling. Hank Brown, Cataldo, 12-yard gain from the Sioux City North 33. They go back to the ground. Hand off Rashad Davis. He's grinding away across the 25, and he's finally brought down near the 23-yard line. They'll give him a gain of 10 and maybe a first down, and it is a Dowling first down. So a 10-yard chunk there, Dave.
And you know, when you look 10 yards down, when I looked down, there were probably 4 to 5 linemen down there in front of them because they just keep blocking until they hear a whistle, because Rashad's going to just keep going. They never know when he's going to get caught.
Senior offensive line for Dowling, including the tight end Will Leifker and Charlie Darnell. Back to throws. Cataldo fires out a little short slant. Caught, and that's Hank Brown, and he's trying to get loose. Comes back between the hash marks, and he's finally driven down right at the 16-yard line. He'll gain 7.
Nice hands, nice catch, nice pass by Cataldo and Brown working together.
A lot of seniors here tonight. You know, Will Leifker and Charlie Darnell are the 2 tight ends. Ian Middleton, a sophomore, and Jackson Miller, the other sophomore. The fullback / backup, other tight end, another lineman for Coach Wilson. So that's a deep line that they use. 2nd and 3, Dowling. Ball in the 16 of Sioux City North. Handoff for Rashad Davis. Waits for his lineman, and finally moves the pile down to the 14, a gain of 2.
You know, those viewers that are watching this on YouTube, now you can take a look at their linebackers, where they got those 3 down linemen, and you never know where they're going to be. But start watching the 4 linebackers or 5. You never know where they're going to be and what they're doing. That time they had 4 bouncing in and out, threatening to stunt, and you just didn't know what they were going to do.
8:45 remaining second quarter. Dowling 7, Sioux City North nothing. This is the 12th play in the Dowling drive. They gave us to Rashad Davis. He bounces right off of right guard Nate Agos and Isaiah Seymour, the right tackle, and kind of hits the wall of Sioux City North, and it's a down. Let's see, they're going to get forward progress where? Lost our linesman there. At about the 12-yard line or so, gain of 2. So it's getting tough down there now.
Yeah, what this does for the offensive linemen is it does make it tough because they aren't where they're supposed to be, where they probably haven't seen any team play this year, but they're trying to follow their rules and do the best they can, and they'll begin making adjustments as necessary as the game permits, as the game goes on.
All right. 1st and 10, Dowling from the Sioux City North 12-yard line. The Maroons with 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends. Here's the snap by the shotgun. Cataldo fires it out. Pass is caught. That's Hank Brown with the reception right about the 9-10-yard line. They'll give him forward progress of a couple yards.
Nice tackle by Alex Saladante in the backfield. A lot of speed, number 24 for North Sioux City.
Did pretty good with that. Solid down.
I just kind of made it up and figured no one's listening from Sioux City, so I thought I was pretty safe.
Brian, was that close? I remember going over that name with Dave. Was that close?
Dave had it right. And guys, sitting down here, this team does not look like a 2-6 team. They have some good athletes.
That's what Coach Wilson said. Handoff right up the middle. Rashad Davis fighting for the end zone, and he's going to be down inside the 1. So Rashad gets 9.5 yards. And it'll be second and goal from the 1.
Brian, you know they lost all their first games. They've only won the last 2 against East of Des Moines 49-3, Council Bluffs, Lincoln 45-8. So they've won the last 2. They got a 2-game winning streak going.
Touchdown Rashad Davis there while you were quoting us those stats, Mr. Marcoulier. So with 7:17 to go here in the second quarter, Dowling has extended its lead to 13-0 with Rashad Davis's touchdown, and that is touchdown number 22 on the season for Rashad. And now we're going to run the swinging gate. So pay attention here, fellas. Jack Jepson will get the snap. Jack goes to his right, looking in the end zone, fires, caught by Middleton, 2-point conversion, Dowling. How about that?
No one on them. Absolutely no one on them.
Dowling 15 and Sioux City North nothing. We'll return to Valley Stadium after this 1-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Catholic Radio. Did you know when you support Iowa Catholic Radio, you can make your donation go farther by asking your employer about matching gifts? Ask your employer about matching gifts, and thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium on Parents' Night for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons lead 15-0. The 2-point conversion from Jack Jepson pass to Ian Middleton was good after the Rashad Davis touchdown. And now on the return, DeMarco Young is hit and driven down right at the 21-yard line, and that's where Sioux City North will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line with 7:11 left to go in the first half. Dowling 15 and Sioux City North nothing. Dave?
I was just wondering what Brian's up to down there.
Oh, okay.
You know, guys, on that 2-point conversion, there were 3 guys wide open, and some people say, why are you trying to do this last game of the year? It's giving the opponents of the playoff team something to think about.
Yeah, they watch the huddle film, and, we got to put that in. We got to waste time in practice. And, Dave, you know how
that's exactly what it's for.
Practice time is precious to you coaches, yeah.
It wastes it, and Dowling may never run that again and have no intention of running it.
First down, Sioux City North. They go right to left, south to north. Very little breeze on a beautiful night here. Temperature in the 60s. Penalty flag down. Back to throw. Conley still running. Fires the ball downfield, and another penalty flag down. Pass is incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 7:02 to go in the first half, with the Maroons leading 15-0, and we'll have to sort all this out, gentlemen.
That first one may have been a face mask on Dowling.
I think the first one was a hold. 97, Beaver, man, that guy has a motor down here. He does not stop running.
No, Isaiah.
Yep.
He is a load.
Yeah, Isaac has 4 sacks this year, and I think he's hunting down some more. And both the penalties are all set. As you were right, Brian, holding on Dowling and then holding on Sioux City North. So the offset will do it again. 1st and 10, Stars on their own 21-yard line. Should mention our officials tonight. We appreciate them. Grant Modernock, Mike Lord, Chris Thomas, Tyler Eason, and Jeff Junker, our officiating crew. Playoffs start next Friday, and we'll be at Williams Stadium awaiting Dowling's opponent, and that'll be announced tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. But Dowling will host next Friday night at Williams Stadium. We'll be there. Here's a pass over the middle. The pass is nice catch that time by DeMarco Young. And let's see, he didn't hang on to it. He had it, and he's helped up by the Dowling defenders, but he went up in traffic and elevated himself. I'm not sure if we got the replay from Sean.
He's got an awful lot of speed, and
Here we go.
He just did a straight fly pattern coming out of the backfield.
And he just lost it.
Yeah. He lined up as a back and came straight up, and he's got some speed on him.
Bring up 2nd and 10, Sioux City North from their own 21-yard line. They'll send out 3 receivers wide right. 1 back in the backfield, that's Young. Quarterback is Noah Conley, the sophomore. Back to throw he goes, a little quick slant. It's caught, shy of the first down with the catch at the near the first down by Dayton Harrell. And that'll get it up to about the 29-yard line, gain of 8 there, Dave, and a quick slant.
Nice pass, and those slant passes are hard to pass. And he did a very nice job. This quarterback's good, doing a nice job. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah, 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore. Noah Conley. He's rushed for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he's thrown for 3 touchdowns, but also 5 interceptions this year.
Yeah, they say he runs a lot, but I don't believe we've seen that yet tonight.
3rd and 2, Sioux City North on their own 28. Back to throw is Conley. Rolls to his right, fires the ball out, and he underthrew his intended receiver. And once again, that was Dayton Harrell, incomplete. That'll be 4th down for Sioux City North with 6:03 to go. 4th and 2 for the Stars.
Well, that was incomplete because Hundley was running for his life from Mason Beaver in the backfield, Mark. He got through untouched and was on pursuit.
Nice game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by the Catholic United Financial, Klein Electric, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoullier, Brian Morris. Yeah, the gang's back. Matt Mandering and John Chido out of town this weekend. We appreciate Mr. Marcoullier and Mr. Morris sitting in. Here's a high end over end kick. Takes a Sioux City North bounce inside the 40, and they'll down it right around the 33. That's where the Dowling offense will take over, 1st and 10 with 5:49 to go here in the second quarter. Dowling leading 15-0 over Sioux City North. Let's go back down on the Dowling sideline, and that is where Mr. Brian Morris is at. Brian?
Again, guys, being down here on the field versus watching it streaming this year or being in the stands, I mean, Dylan Manning he's the real deal. I look at him, and he's a smaller version of a guy named Hummel who played out here, I think, just the way he plays, the way he moves across the field. So he's only a junior, so I expect really big things from him coming up.
All right, Dowling with the football, and the give is to the tailback, and that is Curtis Horace, and he's got the first down. Nice run by the senior, or check that, Zach Smith. I'm sorry, Zach Smith in the backfield, number 9, the 6 foot, 190-pound senior. Kickoff returner, punter, jack of all trades, and master of them all, and also the starting linebacker, and Smith in the backfield. Again, gets the carry, crosses midfield, and he's near another first down. As he's still going, they haven't blown the whistle, and he's got the first down on the second effort, Dave. How about that?
I remember when they put him in at practice, I wasn't real familiar with him, and the first thing I said is, who is that? And he was really running well. He had a great week, and he's continuing tonight, and he's going to stay in. Good for him.
1st and 10, Dowling from the 42 of Sioux City North. He gained 18 yards on that last run. Gets the handoff again, left side. Breaks a tackle at the 35, and he spun down. 1st down, Maroons at the 30 of Sioux City North. A 12-yard gain to go with an 18-yard gain in the previous carry for Mr. Smith.
Yeah, he's kind of like Rashad, but he's a little quicker when he goes. He makes his decision a little bit quicker. But great job following his blocking.
In other words, he's not as patient as Rashad.
Right.
It all works out.
But he's still successful in his own way.
All right, timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. We'll take a 1-minute break with 4:50 to go in the first half. Dowling 15, Sioux City North nothing from Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. We'll take a break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
All right, here's Dowling with the football and running it in the end zone. Touchdown, Maroons. How about that play? I think it's Jake Scow with the touchdown.
It was.
And what a play that was. We'll get the rewind on CISN. We'll get the replay rather. But what a
he just ran a quick stop, and
everyone
else took off, and he did the rest on his own, breaking 2 or 3 tackles for a touchdown.
Well, how about that? That was
great.
Schmidt on the carry, and then gets it down to Scow on the touchdown pass.
And his buddies, the receivers out there, did a great job blocking for him.
After the catch, you're right, Dave. And now the extra point by Schumacher. Yes, they will kick it, and the extra point is good. So Dowling now leads 22-0 on the touchdown pass from Dante Cataldo to Jake Scow with 4:41 to go here in the second quarter. We'll take a break. Dowling 22, Sioux City North nothing here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Hey, we're back here at Valley Stadium, senior night. Dowling Catholic with the 22-0 lead. The kickoff by Dowling, and Harrell on the return for Sioux City North. And the Stars will have it 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Let's go down to Brian Morris on the Dowling sideline. And first touchdown pass reception of the year for Jake Scow from quarterback Dante Cataldo on that drive, Brian.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Mark, if that was his first one, because all his buddies down here were pretty excited for Jake, and he came off, and so many guys were giving him high fives. So it's great to get that first touchdown of your probably varsity career.
No question. Jake, a junior for the Maroons, and Sioux City North now with a first down. And the quarterback being chased, Conley running for his life, fires the ball out. And the pass is caught, but for a short gain. He did everything but jump off the boat to get that off the ground.
Yeah, Dowling front four are doing a lot of twist stunts where they're switching positions, and Ryan Bobo is the one who got through there, and he did the chasing of the quarterback to force him to react before he wanted to.
So the ball's moved up to the 27-yard line, a 5-yard game on, I'll tell you what, whatever Conley did, he found his receiver and picked up 5. 4.5 minutes to go on a timeout charge to Sioux City North. They'll have 2 remaining. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoulier, Brian Morris tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and simulcasting with CISN. We want to thank our supporters. They include Skeffington's Formal Wear, Klein Electric, our thanks to the Catholic United Financial, Mercy One, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Dental Associates, as we had an injured Dowling player, Dave, on the play, and that was the defensive back. Jake Kruger, the right corner, and he was shaken up. It comes off under his own power. Looks like he got a little stinger maybe in his shoulder, but
I think he'll be okay.
And they'll resume. Also want to thank, as we mentioned, Bozen the Florist and our Red Zone sponsor. Make the moment mean more with Bozen. 515-244-ROSE. That's 515-244-7673. That's 2nd and 5 now out of the injury timeout. Sioux City North with 2 remaining. Dowling has all 3 of their timeouts. 4.5 minutes to go. First half. Dowling 22-0 over Sioux City North. Quarterback Noah Conley back to throw a quick pass, and it's a quick hitter. He finds Dayton Harrell over the middle, and now there's a scrum right at the 27-yard line, and they're going to blow it dead there. Going to move him up to about the 28 or 29-yard line, so a gain of 2 after all that.
Lucas Scigliano doing a great job coming up on the pass coverage and in on the tackle.
Yep, gain of 2 for Harrell. I'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Stars of Sioux City North. We'll line up with 2 receivers on each side of the formation, 1 back in the backfield. That's Young. Conley with the snap, back to throw, being chased, sets up the screen, caught by Harrell out of the backfield, and Dayton with it, and he's got the first down as he, with the catch, gets outside the numbers on the right side and goes up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 6.
This time Lucas Scigliano came on a stunt that time, Mark, put a lot of pressure on Hundley to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. But he still picked up, 6 yards?
He did, 6-yard gain and a first down for the Stars with 3:15 to go here in the half. They want to get something on the board, whether it be points off the field goal or a touchdown. All right, Conley back to throw. Hit as he throws it. Pass is caught right about the 43-yard line and hit and dropped his receiver. And lots of penalty flags on that play. And now emotions get the best of both teams here. And now officials trying to clean all this up. So penalty flags down, and now both teams going back to their benches, and coaches trying to get their players off. Dave, that was quite the...
Yeah, I can't say that I've seen many like that, Mark. Now, my immediately thought is the penalty in college the same as high school, where
we're going to find out.
They sit out?
So here's the pass. It's caught, and then he's just thrown down. You can't do that. It's an illegal play, and unfortunately, that'll be Dylan Manning, who probably will be ejected, and that started the skirmish. And you also saw in there number 21 for Dowling, and that was Keevy Fort. So Manning and Fort.
Now, are those the same rules as college, where they need to sit out the next?
High school's a little bit, yeah, they'll have to sit out if they're ejected. That's what the officials
for the next game or the next half.
Yes. So, Brian Morse,
Boy, that's a big penalty.
Yeah, it could be. Maroons could lose 2 players on this. We'll see.
Yeah, right. I mean, I was the hit or the driving him into the turf. You heard that down on this field. That was a hard. Then the skirmish started and pushing and shoving, and then one of the Dowling guys pushed one of the Sioux City North guys, and the refs right now are all talking, figuring out what to call. There's more hankies on the field than there are in my dresser drawer because there's like 17 of them.
I believe that, and it's unfortunate. And Dowling it may cost them 2 players.
Right, and Dylan Manning is the one that made the tackle, and if they say that was a rough tackle and they charge him with that.
Well, it's not a rough tackle, it's unsportsmanlike.
Right.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. So the officials, and they're sorting it out. Grant Mandernock, our referee, Mike Lord, Chris Thomas, Tyler Easton, and Jeff Junker. I recognize 3 of those names, veteran crew, and they're just getting all their, everything straight of what they want to do. There'll be a penalty assessed, obviously, against Dowling, and once they get done with their huddle, they will tell both head coaches. And
well, the only one I really saw go in for North Sioux City was number 10, Sanchez.
Well, they're all going to...
That's one of those flags down there. One is his.
Could be.
I think the other 3 are Dowling's.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Mercy One. Mark Amadeo, Dave Marcoulier, Brian Morris here with the CISN gang tonight, led by Sean Ingrazia, Randy Nielsen, Aaron Bandy, of course Jennifer Phelps running the scoreboard here. It's Dowling senior night. Senior parents are recognized before the game. And we're going to talk pancakes at halftime. We have just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. 22-0 is our score. Dowling leads Sioux City North. If you joined us late, we had a pass play go over the middle that was caught by Dayton Harrell, and he was thrown down and by Dylan Manning, and then Keevy Fort also in there. And those two guys may not be in this game. We'll see. And we see the replay on CISN, and that is a unsportsmanlike act by Dylan Manning, and then Keevy Fort pushes down on a player after that player pushed the Dowling, and we're going to try to pick this up here.
Personal foul, Dowling. We have a sportsmanlike dead ball to Dowling. Dead ball and sportsmanlike Sioux City North, as well as dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on both cases. So we will mark off the 15-yard personal foul and play the down.
So they're going to mark
that's as clear as mud.
Well, basically there's offsetting penalties, but Dowling had two of those penalties. I don't think there was an ejection out of that.
So
and Brian Morse, do you have anything to concur here?
No, there was no ejection. I thought one of the referees gave the thumb that they were going to eject somebody, but no ejection. And it seemed like you were taking yards away, giving yards, and now they're moving it up about 15 from where the tackle was, or maybe, 15. It looks like they're marking off.
Well, I'd have to say Dowling lucked out on that.
They
one.
very much did luck out, Dave. You're exactly right. I gave the curse to Dylan Manning. I was just talking him up. I mean, it was an aggressive play. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Dave, you may have to go down there and interview after the game because Brian's already got us in trouble, I think.
We were just a little more aggressive than North Sioux City was.
That was an aggressive tackle.
So 1st and 10, Sioux City North at their own 45-yard line. So they gained 10 yards after everything. And now the referee is over talking to the Sioux City North head football coach, Mitch Moore. He's been there 7 years, and I think he's trying to figure out why there wasn't an ejection, and we'll see how that conversation works. Brian, can you go over there, put that microphone, and see how that conversation is going?
We're on Iowa Catholic Radio, man. I think there's going to be a few curse words flowing from that coach.
We're also on CISN. They can edit it out.
Oh, they can edit it. Then we're all good. So, Dave, watch your language.
You know, I look at that number 10. He's 5'10", 150. He's the one that went after Dylan Manning.
Yeah.
That wasn't a smart move for him.
Yeah.
But, the funny thing is, Sioux City North, they found a little hole just across the middle. They've completed about 4 of those on this drive. Just a little quick across the middle pattern that they've completed.
That's kind of where Southeast Polk hurt us last week.
All right, we're underway from the 45. Toss play right side. This is DeMarco Young trying to get outside the numbers. Now reverses field and has some room. He's at midfield, has a block inside the 45 of Dowling, down the near sideline. Penalty flags are down as he goes out of bounds right about the Dowling 28-yard line, but this is going to be coming back after he made his move. He, a la Rashad Davis, found the wall and reverse field and used his speed, and that's the young man you were talking about in the pregame, DeMarco Young, young man who's deaf, but it has to get his plays through an interpreter.
Right.
Showed his speed there, Dave, as he got outside here.
He's one of their better ball players, and he has tremendous amount of speed. Number one, he lines up in the backfield, or he'll line up as a receiver.
28-yard run by Young, and this is all in jeopardy of coming back, and our officials are now sorting it out. We had a couple flags in the field. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the same foul. We'll see. So penalty against Sioux City North, and that'll back it up, and they'll get the down over on 1st and 10.
Last 2 plays have taken quite a bit of time.
You know what? I'm kind of hungry for pancakes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it, and that's, the delays have got me kind of hungry here. Dowling pancake. Are you flipping pancakes since you're retired, Mr. Mark?
Not this year.
Oh, but you have.
Yes, we did a few years ago.
All right. You can still sign up.
I checked the sign-up sheet, but we aren't sure if we're going to be in town or not yet.
Okay. Sioux City North now back to their own 46-yard line. They'll work out of the shotgun. Play clock down to 12. And now here's quarterback Connolly. Lateral pass caught. Trying to hop the tackle to no avail. Brought down right at the 48, maybe the 49-yard line is the intended receiver on the play, and that was Alex Soldati.
And great coverage and tackle by Scigliano, Luca Scigliano on that play. Played off the block, made the tackle.
So a gain of 2 up to the 48 by Soldati. And it'll be 2nd and 8 with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Dowling leads 22-0 here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we simulcast tonight's broadcast. Final regular season game. Sioux City North will end their season tonight. Dowling will move to the playoffs next week. Handoff goes to DeMarco Young, and it's up across to the 50-yard line. And a gain of 2 to bring up 3rd and about 4, maybe 5 for the Stars.
They pulled their left guard on that play and turned him up off in the C gap, and Young followed him up that alleyway. Picked up a few.
Once again, we'll be talking to Bonnie Bronson at halftime. She's a Dowling Catholic Events and Communications Engagement Manager at Dowling Catholic High School in her first year, so we'll talk to her about pancake breakfast. And we got a timeout on the field with a minute 39 to go here in the half. 22-0. Dowling with the lead. Let's bring in Brian Morris. He's on the Dowling sideline. Don't forget, Brian, you have to go introduce yourself to head coach Tom Wilson at halftime.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up, I think my first year doing this, I think his son Trey was in diapers running around the field, which makes me feel really old. But so now I say that all these kids were in diapers when I first started this with you guys.
That's true.
And I think I'm not even sure I was born when you started this, Mark.
Yeah, you guys are funny. You guys are a funny group. Funny group. Yeah.
I'm staying out of it. Because I'm the oldest of all of you guys.
Well, your wife has a big birthday coming up, Dave.
Yeah, I just turned 50.
All right, here's Conley back to throw. Airs it out, and he throws into coverage, and the pass is caught. Intercepted by Dowling at the 15-yard line. The Maroons on the return. And finally hit and dropped on the interception is Matt Hatton with the pick.
Boy, I don't know how he came down with that. I believe that was Young who he was going step for step. And he ended up, they both looked like they had it, but Hatton he just took it away from him.
Yeah, it was Isaiah Sanchez, the intended receiver for Sioux City North, and Hatton.
Nice job. Very nice.
Not bad by a guy who plays catcher during the summer on the baseball team.
Oh, does he?
Yes, he is.
That was a pretty good throw by that quarterback, too.
Very nice. Put it right where it needed to be.
He did.
Conley he dropped a dime, but unfortunately it was intercepted, and now we had a penalty on the play.
Brian, it looked like they both had their hands on it.
Yeah, they really did, and I think the catcher from Dowling stole it. He's stealing signs, kind of like Jim Harbaugh.
No, he doesn't. He didn't see that. They did suspend one of their coaches, though. Today.
Folks, if you're tuned in tonight, these guys are ready. They've been waiting. They've been retired for too long, and now they come back with all this energy.
All we do is watch ESPN all day. That's what we do. Brian, what are you doing, though?
Dave, that's funny you ask that, because Jenny Farrell's team, I'm working for Jenny Farrell, Willie's wife. She has a great real estate team, so I can't wait to,
Haven't you seen the commercial, Dave? Come on.
Yeah, too many times.
Yeah. 1st and 10 Dowling.
Pretty soon Brian's face
I'm
is going to be on there.
Yeah, that'll get
you got to sell a house first.
Bruce from the 41-yard line. They fire the ball over the middle. That's Cataldo, and the catch is made by Dowling at the 40-yard line. And that is Curtis Horace on the reception.
Curtis Horace, as I said earlier, great hands, tremendous speed. Dowling is running their hurry-up offense. Plenty of time on the clock, 1:14.
19-yard gain, first down Maroons. Dowling with 2 timeouts remaining. Now they fire it out, and the pass is caught in the far sideline. Inside the 40 on the reception by the Maroons for a short gain.
And that's number 35.
That's Trig Troyer.
Troyer.
So Troyer on the reception.
I believe his first catch for the night.
Moves the ball down to the 38-yard line, gain of 2. Cataldo with 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Dowling going left to right, north to south. Back to throw it goes.
Oh, interception.
Intercepted at the 35-yard line, and this young man may go all the way inside the 10-5 touchdown. Sioux City North on a pick 6 in the end zone, or in the end zone he goes, and that was Parker Peterson.
And unfortunately, I'll watch it on the replay, but I believe Dante threw it right to him. He must not have seen him.
He did not, and it was intercepted right at the 35.
He cut in front of him, and he just didn't see him.
65-yard pick 6 for Sioux City North, and now they'll tack on the extra point. Cuts the score to 22-6, and here the Maroons were threatening. And now this will be Caleb Cross in for the extra point on the hold by Dylan Byer. Wilson Meth on the snap. The ball is blocked. The extra point is no good. The ball is dead. And our score remains 22-6. Dowling leading Sioux City North with 29 seconds to go in the first half. We'll return to Valley Stadium on senior night for Dowling Catholic High School after this break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
It's our construction sale here at DeArmond Ford Indianola. We're expanding and setting sales records. Check out our Flex Buys, the new way to buy. Save big with a new F-150 XLTs and the new 2024 Edge. Also save on new Ford Explorers and Expeditions. And check out all DeArmond certified used vehicles, all sold with a 1-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. Find out what's going on at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Back here at Valley Stadium on Dowling Catholic Senior Night, and also the class of 2013 reunion. That was the first of 7 state championships by the football team out of that class. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoulier, Brian Morris joined us tonight. Brian will catch up with head coach Tom Wilson at halftime. That should be an interesting conversation. And Dave, Sioux City North will kick off here.
Sioux City North is showing some signs of some good football. They've, as we talked about, they lost their first 6 games and came back and won their last 2 games. And they continue to look good. They have a lot of speed on their team. And I've learned over the years, speed is what you want, Mark.
It certainly does.
It's certainly changed the college game.
Caleb Cross kicks it out of bounds, and Dowling will have it first and 10 from their own 35. And Brian Morris will go down to you. That was a 65-yard interception by Sioux City North. Parker Peterson stepped in front of a Dante Cataldo pass and ran it 65 yards for the score.
He really did, guys. And, I mean, there was nobody in front of him. And, again, it could have been film study by them. But, Dave, you said it right. This team has some fight in it. 2-6. I'm surprised that the one thing they do have, they have like 7 guys going both ways. So I think that's what's going to happen in the second half is the Maroons going to wear them down.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, Dowling with a first down at their own 35. 2 timeouts left. Cataldo back to throw. Can't find anyone open. Decides to run, and he's driven down from behind. He'll be stopped right at the 39-yard line for a gain of 4. That'll stop the clock. We'll keep it here with 21 seconds remaining. Dowling leading 22-6. Again, when Sioux City North had the pick 6, they had the extra point blocked by the Maroons. So that's our score, and we got a timeout, and Dowling will have 1 left. It'll be 2nd and 6, Dave, for the Maroons, and they're trying to run their hurry up and get into at least field goal range, maybe for Schumacher.
And Brian and Mark, you take a look at this defense again. I mentioned earlier, it's kind of based after the Iowa State defense with 3 down linemen, and they're more or less sticking to that with the 3 down linemen. But in this particular case, they have 4 or 5 linebackers going across. They're playing prevent, and they're about 4 yards off the ball, and they're allowing Dowling to throw the ball. Sometimes they'll bring some stunts, but it's an interesting defense to watch.
I want to remind you, other games going on tonight. Des Moines Lincoln is at Southeast Polk. Waukee Northwest is at Ames. Waukee is at Council Bluffs Lincoln. Other games tonight in 5A district football. Cedar Rapids Washington at Ankeny. Big one up in Sioux City. It's Johnston at Sioux City East. Johnston 12th seed, Sioux City East an 11th seed. Ankeny Centennial at Urbandale. Valley at Marshalltown, and Roosevelt at Des Moines East. Last night it was the Dubuque Hempstead defeating Davenport Central 38-31 in a Thursday night game, and Indianola 56-0 over Des Moines North in one of the Thursday night games. Back to throw for Cataldo, 2nd and 6, fires it downfield. Pass is caught, and that is Leifker with the reception across midfield, and they say he's got the first down. That'll stop the clock with 14 seconds to go at the 46 of Sioux City North. Dave?
Leifker's a good tight end, and he was split out that time. I noticed him at practice the other night, and he is one good-looking kid, and he's got a great pair of hands. Nice catch on that one. Timeout, Dowling.
That's their final timeout, so the Maroons are out of timeout. Sioux City North has 2 remaining. And you getting your questions ready, Brian Morris? You've had 5 years or whatever. You've been retired 10 years to do this.
I was waiting. Tom Wilson always scored before halftime, literally, and I was getting ready to talk about, he scored another touchdown. So his mood's going to be a little more owly, I think, now after that pick 6.
I just want to know, Dave, do you think he can read the room down there, so to speak, with Brian? Can you, so that'd be real interesting.
I don't think so.
All right,
all I know is
to tell them what you're doing, Brian.
You know what?
Tell them you're selling houses.
When we walked up those stairs tonight, that was brutal.
I know. I think they put more stairs in this arena. I don't remember
you guys are
climbing
gassed.
all these.
Cataldo with the pass, and he gets out of receiver gets out of bounds. That's Rashad Davis with the catch, and Rashad gets a short gain out of it.
One of these times they're just going to fling this down to
You're seeing somebody
Harris.
in the secondary, Dave? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, but I see a lot of speed in the secondary for North Sioux City also, and they're 15 yards deep. So
that's Rashad's 5th catch of the year. Gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 Dowling from the Sioux City North 43-yard line. 11
Trey
seconds left.
Wilson has one-on-one coverage up at the top.
Maroons with a quick hitter that's caught by Hank Brown inside the 40. They'll spot it at the 39. The Maroons are just trying to get into field goal range. Keep in mind last week Schumacher missed a 51-yard field goal just wide right. Had the distance, but wide right into the rain and wind at Southeast Polk. So we'll see if Andrew gets a shot, and they're just trying to do those quick out patterns, Dave.
Yeah, it's the same formation. Trey Wilson is going up to the top. He's got one-on-one coverage up there with no help at all.
Back to throw Cataldo. It's a quick
Same
out.
Play.
Caught and out of bounds is Curtis Horace with 5 seconds remaining. They're just setting up the field goal. They're not going to, if you throw it in the end zone, you're going to run out of time, and that'll bring in the field goal unit. So here we go. Ball's at the 35-yard line with the catch by Horace. Again, a quick out for 4 yards.
51-yard try.
Just what he missed last week. This time from the right hash. So kicking north to south, right hash. The holder
no win.
Will be Jack Jepson. He will hold. The long snapper is Wyatt Jones. And now Andrew Schumacher, whose longest this year is 38 yards, will be iced by the Sioux City North coaching staff. We'll keep it here with 5 seconds remaining in the half. And the Maroons leading 22-6 and an apparent 51-yard field goal. And here you go, Coach Morris. How you like the kicker being iced? There you go.
I like that. I think the Didn't Southeast Polk do that like 3 times last week?
They burned all 3 of their timeouts at the end of the regulation. Yes.
I like
thoughtful.
I like the college rule or pro rule now. You can only do it once. I think I fell asleep during that icing last week, but
of course.
When you turn whatever I turned, Friday nights get to be a little tough.
I was just going to say, Brian, you and I have to leave here at 9:30, so I don't know if we're going to get. Mark's going to have to finish this up.
Mark, you know what? The Hall of Famer can do anything.
You're right. He's been up here 40 years.
I know. I think
what
he
else
sleeps
does he
up
do?
there.
That was in the other stadium, Dave, on 8th Street. I started over there. Remember that? Yeah, remember that one?
Yeah.
You know,
had the track in the end zone with the cement.
Remember when we were at Lincoln outside and it's raining? We just sit there.
My buddy Bob,
announcing the game in the rain.
My buddy Bob Nizzi reminded me today. This is our 40th. We were playing 40 years ago.
That's right.
Which
tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization and Mercy One. Here we go. Schumacher will attempt a 51-yard field goal. The snap by Wyatt Jones, the hold by Jack Jessup. It's long enough, and it is just under the crossbar. No good. And they call it a touchback, and we go to halftime, which means Brian's got to go find Coach Wilson. Our score, 22-6. And for the second consecutive Friday night, Andrew Schumacher missed a 51-yard field goal. And that's been his only 2 misses of the year from 51 yards out. Dowling leading here at halftime. And we'll give Brian a chance to
He's got him.
He does?
He's
all right.
ready to go.
I'm a lot quicker than Chido.
Go ahead, Brian.
Coach, you got to be pleased with the first half. Again, that drive just to get in field goal position.
Yeah, we've done some good things. I think our tempo's a little bit slow offensively, but I would get in the position for a 51-yard field goal. Sioux can hit that, but didn't this time. But we'll come out second half, see what we can do.
You said in the pregame this team doesn't look like a 2-6 team. I've said it. They have good athletes out there. They're playing a tough game.
Yeah, they do have some good athletes. We just got to shore some things up and go from there.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, Brian Morris, with head coach Tom Wilson of Dowling Catholic, as we are at halftime here at Valley Stadium, with the Maroons leading 22-6. Dowling scoring on a pair of Rashad Davis touchdown runs of 24 and 1 yard, and Jake Scow, the other touchdown reception for Dowling Catholic, on a 30-yard pass from quarterback Dante Cataldo. And Sioux City North scoring with 29 seconds remaining in the half on a Parker Peterson 65-yard interception, and the extra point was blocked. 22-6 is our score. We're going to take a 2-minute break down our network lines, 2 minutes, and come back with our halftime guest, Bonnie Bronson from Dowling Catholic High School. So stay tuned for that interview here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Again, our halftime score, Dowling Catholic 22, Sioux City North 6. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoullier, and Brian Morris from Valley Stadium. We'll return in 2 minutes here on the network stations.
New trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat and Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat and Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Iowans are working hard, But high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
And welcome back to halftime here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Week 9 of the high school football season. Dowling Catholic leading Sioux City North 22-6. My name is Mark Hamadil alongside Bonnie Bronson from Dowling Catholic, the Events and Community Engagement Manager for Dowling Catholic High School. And Bonnie, welcome. And first year, right?
It's my first year. I'm 3 months in.
Well, how's it going thus far?
Really good. There's a lot of things that happen at Dowling, and the pancake breakfast is quite exciting to be a part of.
62nd annual pancake breakfast. And
it is.
You probably heard a little history about it, where it started, where it's at now, and it's been quite a ride. I've been to all of them except the one at the old Dowling, the beanery they used to have it. But talk to Ron Gray about that. He's got more history on that. But let's talk about the pancake breakfast. How much? You're 62, Bonnie? What's that all about?
62 years in. It's our 62nd annual. It's hosted out at the Varied Industries building at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. It's coming up next weekend on Sunday, October 29th, 7:30 to noon.
Okay, and you're looking for volunteers. There's a link to sign up. So if somebody wants to volunteer and help in any capacity, how do they do that? And also, how do they get their tickets?
Yes, all of that information is on our Dowling Catholic website under the Events tab. There's a link to sign up to volunteer, and there's also a link to purchase tickets. Tickets in advance, we have a group ticket option. It's a group of 8 tickets for $64. Individual tickets are $10, and children under the age of 3 are free.
All right, so what are the funds for this pancake breakfast? Where do they go to at Dowling? Because as a daughter who's a sophomore, I'm paying tuition, I'm paying fees for cross country, whatever sport she's out to, activities. But where does this money go to at Dowling? What does kind of fill in a gap?
This year, funds raised are going to support the foundation of a new student activities endowment, which supports our clubs and extracurricular activities at Dowling. So if there's a club that's interested in doing something but they don't have the funds for it, they'll have the ability to apply for the money. It'll also offer a wonderful opportunity for new clubs to be formed.
Okay, and I know with these pancake breakfasts, there's a lot of baked goods, there's a lot of other items. We got the holidays coming around, Christmas shopping goes on there. I know it does in our house, but you also have different booths of these clubs that are represented. They're well represented down the hallways at the Varied Industries building at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. So there's a lot of different organizations there if you want information about it.
Absolutely. We'll have a bake sale that's supported with the donated baked goods, so that's another way you can volunteer for this event. Make some cookies and donate them to our bake sale. The campus store will be there for all of your Dowling Catholic apparel needs. Great for Christmas shopping. And yes, we'll have quite a few of our clubs and extracurricular activities will be represented with their booths as well.
Okay, and now how many pancakes are served? Now this is well attended. It's almost like a reunion of sorts. So you see a lot of people you haven't seen. Maybe the last time you saw them was at last year's pancake breakfast. But how many pancakes and how's all this come about? What's the preparation for this?
There's a lot of preparation, a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. It really does take a small village to pull an event of this nature together. We probably make somewhere along the lines of 6,000 pancakes for this event.
That's why you need volunteers.
We need lots of volunteers.
I'm trying for the early shift. I'm not sure if I will get that. We'll have to see about that. But no, it's a lot of fun. And if you can, like you said, you can go online and order tickets and volunteer if you wish. And you have a lot of volunteers there. I know a lot of the staff is involved, not only of the different activities, but it's a lot of the teachers. So it's a lot of fun. And are you going to flip some cakes out there?
I hope you have an opportunity to flip some pancakes.
Okay.
Should be fun.
All right. What else can you tell us about the pancake breakfast? What do you receive if you go out and I'm hungry? I'm a big breakfast eater. What do I get?
You're going to get pancakes, of course. We're also serving breakfast sausages, milk, orange juice.
Things like that.
Things like that.
Am I going to get some conversation with some people? I mean, I like to
Coffee.
throw it around a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Marcoule is not going to be there this year. I know he's off in the distance here reading the game stats, and that's fine. But, Bonnie, there's so many activities. There are so many things to do. And you mentioned it starts at 7:30 and it ends at noon hour? Yep. So
come out and join us. Grab a cup of coffee. Enjoy this time of fellowship within the Dowling community. It's a great time to reconnect.
Well, no question about it. And, of course, this isn't possible without all the sponsors behind the scenes, the corporate sponsors, and there's a lot of those that are involved.
Absolutely. This year, our presenting sponsors are Global Mail Direct Marketing, and Knights of Columbus Insurance.
Okay, well, Knights of Columbus Insurance is one of our sponsors here on Iowa Catholic Radio, so we like that. Well, we appreciate you coming on board. Anything else you want to mention? What are we filling in the gaps here? What the date is Sunday, October 29th, the end of the month, so we got another week from this Sunday, correct?
One more week. We're 9 days away, technically, 7:30 to noon. Varied Industries building at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. Just come out and join us.
8 tickets for $64, and it gets you all the pancakes. I can go through the line as many times as I want, right?
Yes, you can.
And I'll be working that off throughout the day, probably with a nap. Children under the age of 3 are free, and you can purchase tickets at the State Fairground, Varied Industries building. You can purchase tickets there that day if you procrastinate, don't want to purchase ahead of time.
Absolutely. Yep. Tickets at the door will be $10. The advantage to purchasing them online is you will have an opportunity to buy that group ticket of 8 for $64, and you can invite your friends and family to join you.
I love it. All right. Well, Bonnie, thank you. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to Dowling. And appreciate you being on. I met Bonnie last week at the pep rally. I said, hey, we got to get you on the air. We got to talk pancakes, and here you are. So, anybody you want to say hi to on TV land or on the radio that might be watching or listening?
Sure. Just my friends and family at home.
All right. Well, there you go, Bonnie Bronson. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast coming up on Sunday, October 29th at the Varied Industries building at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. Be there. Our halftime score, Dowling Catholic 22, Sioux City North 6. We're at halftime here at Valley Stadium on senior night for Dowling Catholic. This is Mark Hamadale. We'll return after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
It's our fall savings event now at DeYarmond Automotive Knoxville. Selling all new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Rams. Incredible savings on the new Chevy Silverado and Sierra 1500. Save big on new Chevy Equinox. Get up to $10,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP. And new Grand Cherokees with 10% off MSRP. It's the fall savings event at DeYarmond Automotive Knoxville.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines after our guest, Bonnie Bronson, joined us to talk about the Dowling Catholic Pancake Breakfast. Dave, I'll have 1 or 2 for you. How about that? I know you won't be able to
Mark.
You do?
Yes.
Well, you just check your schedule. And
evidently Brian wants us to go down.
Hey, yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
I got a couple of the guys from the 2013 team. We've got Eric Austin, who was a linebacker, and Luke DeVinny, defensive back. We'll talk to Eric first, but Eric, you were the first guy I interviewed that Southeast Polk game. What was the mood coming in this season after your guys' junior year? Because you guys were the team that started the 7-year run.
Right. The mood was kind of just determination, honestly. We had a tough loss last year when we were juniors, and it was kind of a I don't know. We all kind of bought into the mindset, and we had a tough opening against Southeast Polk, if I remember right, where they had a kind of scoop and score against us. But yeah, our mindset was just kind of win, and we were all kind of brothers, and it was really cool.
You still keep in contact with these guys now?
I do. I have a lot of my buddies. Luke over here, I was standing up for him at his wedding, and a lot of these guys are my brothers, and I love them.
So tell the crowd of 14 who are listening what you're doing today.
Right now, personally,
Yeah, personally.
Personally, I'm working downtown. I'm working at LCS. I'm an FP&A analyst, but I'm here with my buddies, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, keep plugging your company, man. I've been doing it all day.
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
All right, I'm gonna talk to Luke DeVinny, because we were talking that game against Waukee, that playoff game, the toughest game of the year, and you really sparked it with the punt return.
Yeah, it was fun. We got a lot of really good memories, and I'm a little washed up these days, but back in the heyday, we had some fun for sure, and we enjoyed every minute of it.
When you guys won the state championship, what was the mood like coming back? Because Tom had already won one here at Dowling, but again, you guys started something pretty special here at Dowling for the 7-year run.
Oh yeah, I look back on those days, and I mean, some of the best memories I've ever had. Played baseball in college, but yeah, Friday Night Lights with the Dowling Maroons. There's nothing like it, honestly.
What do you got going in today or nowadays?
Yeah, just got married this summer, and we're growing up. 27 years old, and not getting any younger, but we're enjoying life and in a sales career now, and yeah, just living it up.
I was talking to one of my high school buddies, and we were playing 40 years ago. That's how old I am, but we were playing 40 years ago, and we were reminiscing about our game. So those memories will never go. So, again, once you're a Maroon, man, it's hard to get out of your system. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, Brian Morris with a couple guys from that class of 2013, Dave Marcoulé. Let's take a look at our first half stats. Our halftime scores you can see on the screen on CISN. 22-6, Dowling Catholic leading Sioux City North, and we'll go for Dowling with 17 first downs in the first half, 5 for Sioux City North. The Maroons rushed the ball for 111 yards and passed the ball for 136 yards. Sioux City North had -1 yard rushing and 53 yards passing for total yardage for the Stars of 52 yards at halftime, Dowling with 247. How does that strike you, Mr. Marcoullier?
After watching the game, I believe it. And most of that yardage was picked up on that long pass or that long run that they had.
Yeah, it was. And the only turnover was the pick six that Dante Cataldo threw to Parker Peterson of Sioux City North, who ran it back for 65 yards and a touchdown. Dowling was 5 for 5 on third down conversions, Dave. Sioux City North 3 of 7. The Maroons and Stars did not have a fourth down attempt or conversion. But Maroons 5 for 5 on third downs. That's a pretty good percentage offensively. And we'll move on to, let's see, individually, Dante Cataldo, 15 out of 16 for the Maroons for 136 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. The leading receiver is Curtis Horace for the Maroons, 4 catches for 48 yards. Jake Scow, 1 catch for 30 yards and a touchdown. Hank Brown's 5 catches for 27 yards. Will Leifker, 2 catches for 20 yards. Trey Wilson, 1 catch for 6 yards. Rashad Davis, a catch for 3 yards. And Trey Troyer, 1 catch for 2 yards. Leading rusher for Dowling was Rashad Davis, 12 carries for 73 yards for the Dowling junior. Zach Smith, 3 carries for 37 yards. And quarterback Dante Cataldo, 2 catches for 7 yards. For Sioux City North, quarterback Noah Conley, the sophomore, was 9 out of 14 passing for 53 yards. Rushing for the Stars was DeMarco Young, 3 rushes for 5 yards, and Dayton Harrell, 3 rushes for just 1 yard. Leading receiver for Sioux City North was number 14. We never did find out who that was.
No,
1 catch for 27 yards. Harrell, 4 catches for 12 yards, and Mogensen, 1 catch for 8 yards. DeMarco Young, 1 catch for 4 yards. And finally, Alex Sodalti, 1 catch for 2 yards. And that is a look at the first half statistics, Dave. The Maroons holding Sioux City North to just 1 net yard in the first half.
Well, you know, obviously that sticks out for me with our defense. But offensively, I believe we came in with a game plan to throw the ball. Dowling 15 for 16 throwing the ball. You can't get much better than that, Mark.
And the only incompletion was the pick six.
That was a pick six.
Pick six.
I guess that's all you can say. He probably didn't see him, but nice job by Dante Cataldo completing 15 out of 16 passes, and the defense holding them to next to nothing.
The Maroons about ready to start the second half. Dowling will receive as they will send deep Zach Smith and Rashad Davis. But Brian Morris, Dave Marcoulier, as you join me tonight, substitution for Matt Mandering and John Chido. Got a lot of comments, and I don't do the Facebook thing. As you guys know, I'm not on Facebook, but some people have my number, and they say, hey, glad the gang's back together, and I'll go right through them. Rob Deal did not say that, but Mary Sue Lone, Randy Marl, Steve DeVinny, all glad to have you back. How about that, Brian?
You know what? It's fun to be back, Mark. And again, I think we got to live through some really good Dowling football years, and it was such a blessing to be able to call the games. And I think Tom has a really good team this year, and it's going to be interesting to see where they go. And you and Matt and Chido will take us to the Dome, I'm sure.
Well, we hope so. But, you know, you look at chemistry and you talk about coaching turnover. With, you know, you guys left me, and I got Mr. Chido and Mr. Maynard replaced. But Tom's staff has changed just a little bit in that run.
You know, sometimes if we get some time, I want to talk maybe post-game about the staff.
Okay.
And things that I've observed, and it's all positive. It's just tremendous, this coaching staff for Dowling High School.
All right, Zach Smith on the return for Dowling Catholic across the 35 and up near the 40-yard line. The Maroons will have the ball first, and Smith gives them pretty good field position. Kind of caught that area kickoff right around the 10-yard line, return it up to the 35. That's where Dowling will start, 1st and 10 from their own 35. Maroons lead it 22-6. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoulier, Brian Morris here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN. We simulcast tonight. Maroons a pair of touchdowns by Rashad Davis in the first half, his 21st and 22nd touchdowns of the year. He's got 2 kickoff returns to his credit this year. I want to thank Bonnie Bronson, our halftime guest, talking about the Dowling Pancake Breakfast that'll be upcoming. And the Maroons now with a first down to start the second half. It'll be Dante Cataldo from his own 40-yard line, and the give is to Rashad Davis. He grinds it through. Man, he finds just a little bit of a seam, Dave. It gets across the 45 up to the 47-yard line.
Now they started with their 3-down linemen, brought the 2 outside linebackers up to the line of scrimmage, and usually when they do that, it's more or less a 52 look, and they're going to bring those guys hard. That's why it creates an opening in the middle.
7-yard gain for Rashad. It's 2nd and 3 Maroons. And the give is to Rashad Davis. He's got the first down, crosses into Sioux City North territory, and he's finally brought down at the 46 of the Stars.
That was an RPO, and I'm quite certain Cataldo was reading the middle linebacker who came on a stunt to the right B gap, and that was a perfect read for Rashad to go right through the gap that he vacated.
7-yard gain, first down Dowling from the Stars 46-yard line. 3 receivers right, and Rashad gets the handoff again out of the shotgun from Cataldo, and finally brought down to the 43-yard line. And Brian, can you hear the pads pop down there?
I can, guys. And one thing, I think Jake Jepson's in at quarterback now. I think Dante's just on the sideline here. Maybe they're giving Jake Jepson some reps here as a senior.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about Jack Jepson in there. Yeah,
sorry.
He sure is. And they brought him in, and Jepson back to throw. He fires it out. Pass is caught by Horace, and Curtis gets down near a first down at the 36-yard line. That'll be close. We'll see where they put it at.
I tell you, Jack Jepson, the second quarterback you were just alluding to, Brian, he's 6'4", 190 pounds, and he is a very good-looking quarterback. And I'm willing to bet he could start at most schools other than Dowling, but he's a heck of a quarterback.
And he completes that pass. First down Maroons at the Sioux City North 36-yard line. And back to throw is Jepson. The pass incomplete. Fired the ball downfield and couldn't find a receiver open. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 Maroons from the Sioux City North 36-yard line. Dowling leading 22-6 here in the third quarter, Dave.
Yeah, I think Zach hit his hand on his follow-through on a helmet, created a little blood, so he had to come out for a play.
Yeah, I think, guys, I think he may have hit his finger maybe they're maybe dislocated it a little bit. Sometimes they just put those back into place a little bit.
Well,
Yeah,
Cataldo's
just
back
a
in.
Just a little pop here, and
Yeah.
you're good to go, son.
Del Lark taught you that, didn't you, Dave?
Yeah,
You can do it on your own.
He did it to me, son.
I bet he did. Back to throw is quarterback Dante Cataldo fires a ball out, caught in a little quick slant to Curtis Horace inside the 30 down to the Sioux City North 27.
He's been running a lot. Curtis Horace has been running a lot of those inside slants. Cataldo does a great job of finding that seam and completing it.
So it's 3rd and 1. Dowling, ball at the 27-yard line, gaining 9 that time by Horace as Cataldo hooks up with him. As you mentioned, Dante back in the game after sitting out a couple plays. Handoff goes to Rashad Davis, makes a move inside out at the 20, first down in the 15, and he's down the near sideline and finally out of bounds right around the 12 or 11-yard line at the 11. What a run of 16 yards and a Dowling first down by Rashad Davis, the junior.
It's unbelievable the way he runs that football. One person is not going to bring him down, and if you don't gang him, get 2 or 3 guys on him, you aren't going to do it. He'll put a step on you and get by you, and that's exactly what he did. He got by 3 guys and just kept moving forward.
Sean and Grazia with the replay on CISN. Thank you, Sean, as we watch it. Handoff Rashad Davis right up the gut. Slips
Nice
the tackle
hole.
at the 5. Touchdown, Rashad Davis. 11 yards. And, Dave, that is just something I know you coaches like to brag. You taught him all. You can't teach that move. And that move was a slip tackle at the 5-yard line. He just moved his hips a certain way and avoided the linebacker.
Right, and I tell you what, you can teach those linemen. That hole, Mark, was unbelievable on the left side of the line of scrimmage.
8 minutes, 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling extends its lead to 28-6. Extra point now. Ball down. And the hold this time by Parker DePhillips, and the kick is up and good. Dowling 29 and Sioux City North 6, along with Dave Marcooley and Brian Morris. I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return to Valley Stadium in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Marco Young, number 1, 24, Alex Sodapi, technique for the first line.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Mark Amadale alongside Dave Marcooley, Brian Morris. Here's a kickoff by Dowling Catholic, and on the return, Sioux City North gets it across the 10 and not quite to the 15-yard line as the ball carrier is hit and dropped, and that is number 1, DeMarco Young on the return as the Maroons go 7 plays, 60 yards, capped off by Rashad Davis's 23rd touchdown of the year, Brian Morris. And the extra point good by Schumacher. And I'll tell you what, you see the moves by Rashad. You see him up close down there, don't you?
That's so funny, Mark, because that's what I was going to talk about is you really don't get an appreciation for just how quick his feet are and how they keep moving forward. And his balance is outstanding. I mean, he is as good of a back as I've seen out here at Dowling. And there's been a lot of them.
Yeah, he's a big one. We've got some scores to update folks on. Ankeny Centennial, right now a 14 seed, leading number 19 seed Urbandale 34-3. Valley 45-0 over Marshalltown. City High leading third-ranked Bettendorf 20-0. That's some of the scores we have. Appreciate those folks texting them in. Now Sioux City North with a first down from their own 8-yard line. They were penalized on the play, on the kickoff return, and they moved the ball back to the 8-yard line. So on the first down. Get it across the 10 up to about the 12 for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Stars here, Dave.
And that's what we were looking for North Sioux City, to run a little bit more earlier in the game where the quarterback runs that option outside.
All right, it is 2nd and 6 for the Stars. Quarterback remains Noah Conley. Conning with the long count, and the give is to the tailback. That's DeMarco Young, tries to get outside, and he's close to a first down, maybe about a yard shy. And they're going to mark him about a yard shy at the 18-yard line, gain of 6.
Matthew Henton and Kiwi Fort in on the tackle. You know, watching that Kiwi Fort last week against Southeast Polk, he's got a lot of speed. And when the play goes away from him, he's got the ability to run that ball carrier down and catch him.
Yeah, he has
from behind.
Yeah, he's pretty good for a defensive lineman. You mentioned his speed. He can run right down the line of scrimmage when he needs to. 3rd and 1, Sioux City North. They'll work out of the shotgun with 2 receivers. Stars going right to left, south to north. A beautiful night. Back to throw is quarterback Noah Conley.
Intercepted.
Sophomore is picked off by Dowling at the 25-yard line. The Maroons with a interception, the second one tonight, and that is number 36 for the Maroons, Aiden Ducharme with the interception. So Ducharme picks it off, and we got it on the replay here, Dave.
Great play. He threw into double coverage, almost triple coverage, which was not a good choice. And a nice job by the Dowling man to intercept that and bring it down. Good position, Dowling at the 22-yard line, first down.
So Aiden Ducharme.
In at quarterback now, I saw him warming up his Parker DePhillips, I believe his name is. Parker DePhillips.
Yeah. He gives it to the tailback, and now the Maroons are going to start emptying their bench. And depends which ball carrier is in there for Dowling. But as the Maroons took over from the Sioux City North 22-yard line, and that was Rashad Davis on the carry. So they'll bring up 2nd down. Rashad will check out, and they're going to start interchanging, I think, between every play. Dave.
Yeah, they have the same line in there. Parker DePhillips is a junior quarterback, 6 feet, 175 pounds.
All right, pistol formation, and DePhillips. The give is to Zach Schmidt, and he gets inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line for a gain of 4.
Yeah, you see how these other kids coming in, the difference of them and Rashad Davis on how they run as far as picking their holes.
So we'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Maroons. 6 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Dowling leading 29-6 over Sioux City North. Dowling with 2 receivers to the split way to the left. Top of your screen, Matthew Kerner, number 8, and Hank Brown, number 6 in the slot. Parker DePhillips at quarterback, and the give is to Zach Schmidt. And Schmidt, the senior tailback now, in relief of Rashad Davis, carries to the 16-yard line, pickup of 2.
Nice line blocking, a surge on the left side for the Dowling Maroons. And they're going to try a field goal, Mark, on 4th down.
Well, the holder's going to stay in there, and that's Parker DePhillips. He's been holding. And that'll be Andrew Schumacher. And he'll attempt a 33-yard field goal from the right hash towards the south upright. Ball is down. Kick is up, and it might have been partially blocked. It's no good. It's off to the left and low. And second field goal no good. So the score remains 29-6, Dowling leading Sioux City North with 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. In Sioux City North, in high school football, missed field goal goes to the 20-yard line, and that's where the Stars will have it. Brian Morris, come on in.
Yeah, that was not blocked, Mark. That was just a little muffed kick there by the kicker for Dowling, number 16.
Oh, thank you, because it looked like it might have been partially blocked, but it was like a knuckleball.
Yeah,
out
he just didn't catch it well.
Okay. So, any other interviews down there,
Brian? Again, a lot of those players from 2013 they kind of walked off the field. I grabbed a few of them. I saw Rico Gafford was here.
Yes.
I saw Ryan Boyle. I saw a Stein kid. I mean, all of them look in pretty good shape. There was a couple fat ones, but, that happens to all of us.
Did he just say what I thought he just said?
Yeah, he did. That's what I like about Brian. I'm not sure what he's doing now, but
you know what? That's funny, Dave. I do work for the Jenny Farrell team as a realtor for Remax Concepts. You're gonna send me a bill, aren't you, Mark?
Oh, it won't be me.
I tell you what, I'm going to send you a bill.
No, we're finding you that Morton building, Dave.
I didn't know you liked Morton buildings, Dave.
Well,
that's awesome.
I have a car or two that's looking for a home.
I see. For the winter, I'm sure.
All right.
Here is Conley back to throw. Fires it downfield. Pass is incomplete. He threw it into a crowd of 4 Maroons and 2 white shirts as incomplete pass to Solidarity.
Yeah, Jack Jepson, guys, he was down here. They had his hand in a sling. His shoulder pads were off. Again, they were working on him, so, again, I don't think he's coming back tonight, but he was walking around here with his teammates, and he may have taken off. But, again, he was walking around, so.
That's too bad. He was in there for, 2 plays?
Yeah.
And he had the unfortunate.
Yeah, that's quarterbacks and helmets. They don't mix sometimes, and you see that all the time in the pros.
Yeah, that is true. All right. 3 receivers to the right. Back to throw is Conley. Now being flushed in the pocket. He's going to run, and he's going to be near a first down right at the 30-yard line. If that's the case, he took a pretty good look that time by Dowling's Dylan Manning on the play, but he gets the first down, Dave.
Yeah, the defensive front line did a nice job, but they kind of all over pursued and created a. Dylan Manning did a nice job making up ground, coming down, and making the tackle.
So first down, Sioux City North at their own 30-yard line. 10-yard gain by Conley. 4:20 remaining, third quarter. Conley back to throw, lateral pass to Alex Sadati. It's caught, and Sadati fumbles the football. He gets a couple yards after the catch, crosses the 45 or 35, and fumbles the ball, and Dowling falls on it. And Mason Beaver on the recovery at the bottom of the pile.
Good for him. He deserves it. He's been working hard, doing a great job. He's one of the interior 2 tackles. Came all the way out here and got himself a fumble.
And he certainly did at the bottom of the pile on the replay. As the CISN folks, we get the benefit of TV. Aaron Bandy and Randy Nielsen on the cameras, doing a great job with Sean and Gracia next to me. There's a couple of Italians up here in this booth with you, Dave. You're going to be all right?
Yep.
First down, Dowling at the Sioux City North 38-yard line. Parker DePhillips, number 17 at quarterback, and the give is to Middleton. And Ian, instead of blocking, he's going to run with the football inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line of Sioux City North, a gain of 5.
I'm not sure how many carries he has this year, Mark, but I don't think very many.
He does have, hang on. That is his third carry.
Only his third
and only had 3 yards, but he's been utilized as a blocker, as a fullback. Go ahead, Dave.
And I think he runs a lot like, not to the degree that Rashad does, but a similar style.
There's a pass by DePhillips, caught by Hank Brown, and he's inside the 30. And they're going to spot forward progress to the 27. Gain of 5, first down Dowling. How about this Parker DePhillips now? Moving forward to next year, Dante Cataldo and Jack Jepson graduate. They're both part of the 42 seniors. There's 2 of them right there, but Parker DePhillips will be in the hunt, competing for quarterback next year.
Along with whatever sophomores are coming up. I'm kind of surprised we haven't been able to beat them deep. They are given quite a bit of cushion.
Back to throws to Phillips.
Well, here it is.
It deep, and his pass is incomplete. Trey Wilson had it and dropped it.
He went deep.
He just called it, Dave.
I just called it. Luck. He was going right down the seam. No one. It was a busted coverage.
It was.
Right in his hands, and he dropped it.
We'll watch the replay here.
He dropped it on about the 5-yard line.
This is something that Trejo want back.
Yes, his father will have a talk with him
I'm
about
sure.
that.
Hey, Brian Morris, see what happens when Mr. Marcoulé goes to practice?
Yeah, sometimes that happens. I think the ball was thrown over a little bit over his shoulder, right into his hands. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, you think Trey will ride home with his dad tonight?
No, that's not going to happen.
I'll do the other bus.
You know what I forget about, guys? On the sidelines, it just stinks down here. These guys, what
are you talking about?
Well, you just never forget the smell of sweat and pads.
Goodness.
And again, I can still smell it from 40 years ago, and it just comes back to you.
Would you just apologize to our CISN viewers and Iowa Catholic radio listeners? Come on, Brian.
No, I'm just telling it like I'm real, guys. I'm telling it like it is down here.
It's funny you mentioned that Tuesday at practice. One of the coaches said the same thing.
See?
It was Pollock.
That's the
talking
in-depth
about
stuff.
His lineman.
That's one guy who shouldn't be talking about that. And those guys,
well,
the offensive line, you know better.
That's why
they work the hardest.
That's why they work the hardest. They do so well because they stink so much. No one wants to get near them.
See, you get the in-depth stuff down here.
All right, 4th and 3. Parker DePhillips, a quarterback, 6 foot, 175 pounds, junior, wearing number 17. Will work out of the shotgun. He's got Middleton as his tailback. Here's the snap. And the give is to Middleton, and Ian's got the first down and more, and he's going to go in for the score. Ian Middleton from 20 yards out scores the touchdown on 4th and 3. Touchdown Dowling.
That's a Rashad Davis style run.
Well, that'll be the two backs next year.
Yep.
Rashad Davis will be a senior next year, and Ian Middleton just a sophomore. Here's a replay, Dave.
Watch this. He'll go up the middle there.
What a move.
He avoids one. You can't tackle him with one person. He's going to sidestep you.
All right.
Beautiful run.
Parker DePhillips will stay in to hold the extra point now. And the Maroons are, I don't know if they're going to move their kickers around. The extra point up and good by Dowling Catholic. So the Maroons increase their lead, and that was big number 90 on the PAT. Ryan Kuhn, the sophomore. 36-6 is our score. Dowling leads Sioux City North. Minute and a half to go. Third quarter. We'll return after this 1 minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Jim Hinscheid from St. Francis of Assisi Parish in West Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines, week 9 of the high school football season. Glad you could join us on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN as we simulcast. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoullier, and of course Brian Morris. Kickoff by Dowling and return to the 22-yard line. That's where Sioux City North will have it with 1:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling going 5 plays, 38 yards, capped off by an Ian Middleton 20-yard run. 36-6 Maroons. Dowling by 30. The mercy rule is 35 points, so the clock will not be continuous until that. And now handoff goes to Young, and DeMarco carries for a couple up to the 25-yard line. So a gain of 3 to bring up second down and 7. Now the delayed handoff. Young in the backfield, and he's going to be ganged up on as he turns the corner, running right to left. And he's hit and dropped as the Maroons think they picked him off right there at the bottom of the pile. Aiden Ducharme. Going to bring up third and long here. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoullier here in the press box. Brian Morris on the Dowling sideline, and brings up third and long for Sioux City North. Dave?
Yeah, Young has that real burst of speed. and he takes that first step and goes upfield, but yet the Dowling defensive front is not opening any holes for him. Thus, he doesn't get very many large gains.
He lost 2 on that last carry, so it's 3rd and 9 now for Sioux City North. Conley back to throw, now being chased, and he's going to be dropped inside the 10-yard line. Dowling brought everybody there, Dave, and it'll bring up 4th and long for Sioux City North as the Maroons are starting to bring pressure on 3rd and long. And one of the young men down there was Will Ringwelski,
and the
number 91.
And the other one was Kevin Fort, once again, coming from that backside defensive end position, and he's always in the up position.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, timeout on the field, or at the end of the 3rd quarter. The end of the 3rd quarter with the score, Dowling Catholic 36, Sioux City North 6. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoulier, and Brian Morris on the Dowling sideline tonight. We'll come back to Brian when we return after these messages here on the network station.
It's our fall savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Selling all new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Rams. Incredible savings on the new Chevy Silverado and Sierra 1500. Save big on new Chevy Equinox. Get up to $10,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP. And new Grand Cherokees with 10% off MSRP. It's the fall savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium, beginning of the 4th quarter. Dowling 36, Sioux City North 6. Mark Amadale, Dave Marcoulier, Brian Morris. On a beautiful Friday night, final night of the regular season. And here is a punt, almost got blocked. And it's a short punt, goes across the 20, and Dowling's going to have great field position at the Sioux City North 25-yard line. Nearly was blocked as...
I believe that was Hank Brown in there.
As it was Dylan Byer who got the punt off in the end zone for Sioux City North, but barely. Maroons have a first down at the Sioux City North 25. Brian Morris, come on in. We haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, you guys are going to be earning your money now because there's a lot of the reserves coming in now. Probably a lot of seniors, again, the 42 seniors, as you've alluded to before, the pregame tonight, are getting in the game, which is really cool on senior night that they can get in the game at on senior night, which is pretty fun for them.
Yeah, well, Dave and I will do our best to get them all in there, Brian.
Why they pay you the big dollars, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I hear you. First down, Dowling at the 25 of Sioux City North. And back to throw is Parker DeFils, fires the ball out, caught in the left flat. Nice reception that time by Dowling as the Maroons now will interchange different backs.
Trig Troyer.
And that's Troyer on the catch. Who else is in there, Dave? Got the offensive line.
You know, we're going to have to get this. Let me get a couple plays to write some names down.
You need a pen? 5-yard gain by Troyer on the catch. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Maroons. And DeFils with the penalty flag down gives it to the tailback, and he's hit and stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And we'll see what this penalty is all about as brand new offensive line, tailbacks, everybody getting in there. Ball carry was Lucas Hilligus. And we'll see what this is all about as our...
Well, of course, the first lineman I was going to mention as being in there, his name's not on the roster. Then number 72, Danny Frazier, is in there. And number 81, Charlie Darnell, is in at tight end.
Right. Who's the number that you're missing, Dave?
59.
You're right. I'm sure that...
Or it might be 58.
Well, then that changes things. Jake Slade is 58, Dave. Let's do that. 58.
You know, Brian, you're closer than... Why don't you...
2nd and 9.
You're much closer.
I'm just sitting here laughing.
Luke
I
Reinhardt.
think it's 58. I think it's 59.
Here I look through these stupid little binoculars. I can see one number, and I miss the entire play.
Luke Reinhardt was the ball carrier as we progress. You guys have been, what is it, several years you've been retired from the Friday night duties? And
we have fun now.
I think Iowa Catholic Radio should ask the question, should you bring just Dave and I back?
Yeah.
I'm asking myself right now, where's Mr. Mandering and where's Mr. Chido? Wisconsin and Kansas City, respectively, is where they're at.
What would they be like with a game 36-6?
Well, we'd be talking about student grades at Dowling with Mr. Mandering. You can't do that anymore.
And
You're no longer assistant principal.
We'd be trying to figure out where Brian is now.
And what Brian's doing. Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah. 3rd and 10 Dowling. DePhillips at quarterback, trying to keep everything. And here's a pass in the end zone. Touchdown. Play action RPO. They ran it to perfection. Touchdown Maroons. And that was a beautiful pass that time by Parker DePhillips into the end zone.
And they set that up with the left guard pulling and going up.
Troyer.
It's coming back, guys.
And it is. I saw the flag.
That was their power play that they've been running all night long, and they set that up, and he pulled it and threw deep.
You know what, Trig Troyer, you still tell your grandkids you scored a touchdown on senior night.
It was good until they picked up the flag.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't have to tell them that part. They won't know anything about what's a flag.
Everything's on video now. I mean, your grandkids of these kids, they'll be able to watch everything.
And they probably have it on video.
And unfortunately, gentlemen, this will be archived on video, and I don't know. This is not a good look here. All right, 3rd and 15 for the Maroons. Ball on the Sioux City North 30-yard line. Dowling leading 36-6 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And CISN tonight. DePhillips a handoff, and this time he does give it to the tailback, and that's Luke Reinhardt. And he's inside the 20, and he's near a first down. They push the pile forward down near the 16, and that's where he needed to go to the 15, and they're going to spot him down at the 16, a yard shy. It'll bring up 4th and 1. What do you do, Dave? You going to punt?
No, I'll go for it.
Not going to kick field goal?
Nope, going for it.
Reinhardt with a 9-yard gain.
I think that was Steve Howshite. He's a senior. I just got to get his name in.
It could be. They interchanged a couple of tailbacks. And Maroons going for it, 4th and 1 from the 16-yard line. DePhillips is hit and drop on the RPO, and Parker should have gave it to his tailback,
yes.
And he took the hit.
If he would have given to the tailback, he'd still be running.
And that's a RPO, and DePhillips is sacked back at the 22-yard line. That is where Sioux City North will take over, 1st and 10 with 9:32 to go here in the 4th quarter. Dowling 36, Sioux City North 6 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. And we're going to look at the no replay on that. That's not a problem. Stars will.
That's a replay we don't want to see, Mark.
Well, Parker doesn't want to see that. I think he'll go with his quarterback and offensive coach and say, I probably should have gave it to the tailback.
I think so.
Brian thought it was Hauschild. I thought it was Reinhardt. Could be anybody. Back to throw is Noah Conley. Fires it out. It's caught in the far flat at the 33-yard line and hit and drop right at the first down marker. Nice job by Sioux City North. They pick up a first down, I believe.
Very nice.
Close to it.
Very nice tackle by Connor Soliday coming up and making the hit. That was not a easy tackle to make on the big man coming across.
So first down, Sioux City North from their own 32-yard line. Stars' only score tonight was a pick 6 by one of their linebackers, Parker Peterson, back in the first half. 9 minutes to play. Second down play coming up for the Stars. Sioux City North will end their season tonight. They will not make the playoffs. The record will fall to 2 wins and 7 losses. That's how they will complete their season. Dowling, of course, will find out their opponent, and that'll be tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Dave, you want to have coffee and have a little meeting before that so we can pregame?
Yeah, that sounds a lot of fun.
Here is Conley at quarterback for Sioux City North. Hit and dropped. He couldn't find anybody open, and he had a receiver on the near side who was not open.
And coming in hard on that backside was Ian Middleton.
Ian scored a touchdown, and now he's
Yes.
Had a sack.
He's playing on that outside rush in position.
Loss on the play back to the 28-yard line. Loss of 6 on the sack. Conley back to throw on 3rd and 15, being chased. Can't avoid the defenders. Now he does. Down the far sideline he goes. He'll keep it and he'll slide back to the original line of scrimmage where they'll mark him down about the 33 or 34-yard line.
That was Ian Middleton again coming in from his
chasing
his right end. Yeah, and he just couldn't catch him.
Give him forward progress to the 30 for a gain of 2.
He did a nice. Conley did a nice job for North Sioux City on that play, but only picked up 2 yards.
That'll bring up 4th down. Byer in the punt.
Number 8 back deep for us, Matthew Kermer.
Kerner's brothers on an NFL squad. You know that, don't you?
Well, I thought that name sounded familiar.
Yeah, you've been retired too long. We've had a couple families. They have grandkids now, Dave. That's how long you've been retired. Here's Kerner on the reset, on the punt at the 40, down the near sideline 50, at the 40, looking for a wall 30. Got the punter to beat, he does, 10, at the 5, touchdown, Matthew Kerner.
Man.
Oh, they're going to say he stepped out at the 2.
Stepped out at the 2.
Brian, go down. Tell him to give it to the poor kid.
I think I want you guys to
he
look
he ran all that way. You're standing right there.
I know.
Just ask him.
I think you guys should look at that. He may have put the football.
I got it right here.
He may have put the football over.
He must have stepped out with his left foot.
Oh, no. They missed it, Brian. Would you please respectfully go tell them?
The referees missed it?
I
That's
didn't see a foot out of bounds on the replay.
Here, I'll go tell him.
It would just be nice. And tell him what you do.
Folks, next week I'll be in Pella.
I won't bring up Jenny Farrell team again. That would be wrong.
All right, 1st and goal, Dowling at the 2-yard line. What a return by Matthew Kerner. Nearly a 65-yard punt return. Returned at 63 yards, and a timeout call. We'll take one with him. Just under 7 minutes remaining, 4th quarter, 36-6. Dowling over Sioux City North. We'll take a 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.
It's the Iowa Catholic Radio Pro-Life Diaper.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
App at iowacatholicradio.com.
I don't see, I still believe.
All right, back here at Valley Stadium, Mark Amadale alongside Dave Marcoulé, and on the handoff, tough going down there on 1st and goal, and that's Steve Hauschild, ball carrier. Brian was right, don't say that very often, at tailback, and it'll be 2nd down. Yeah, 28, handoff Hauschild again, goes over center, touchdown.
There he goes.
Steve Hauschild on senior night.
Yeah, there's nothing better, guys. The teammates are all so excited for him. I mean, those are just memories that will last forever for all these kids.
Touchdown of the year, first one for Steve Hauschild here in the 4th quarter with 6:30 remaining. Dowling now has the continuous clock going.
It's kind of like Dave, you know, given that first English test when you came out of college, you kind of remember it.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I still have it up on my wall.
The extra point up and good by Ryan Kuhn, who's in there for the extra point. And this is 43-6 Dowling over Sioux City North. We'll return after these messages here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Financial futures for Midwest families. Learn more about how Catholic United Financial can help you and your local parish. Contact Tara Weiss or Peter Orm at 1-800-568-6670 or visit CatholicUnitedFinancial.org.
And we're back here at Valley Stadium. Beautiful night, high school football, week number 9, great weather. We got the backup team in here, or renewed, or brought back together. Dave Marcouli, Brian Morris helping out tonight. Mark Amadale bringing you the game. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN, continuous clock. 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Dowling leading 43-6. Hey, Brian, you know you got to line up interviews, and
I was going to ask you, Mark, again. What? I don't know. I haven't seen all the interviews this year, but maybe throw me some names. I'll grab them. I just don't want to grab somebody who you guys have had on.
Sure. Well,
why don't you get that young man that just scored that touchdown?
Halshill to be one.
Halshill, yeah, and get some of these kids that.
I'll get Halshill. Yeah, you guys think about it. I'll grab whomever. I'll have Todd Crandall help me out. He always helps me grab the guys.
Is that the booking agent you have to go through is Crandall? He's still there. You know, he didn't leave like you guys did.
Gosh, no. I don't think he's ever going to leave. He's a grandpa now.
That's right. Hey, he stayed, Dave. Helped coach. You know, you and Smitty and a few of the others left.
Well, we started 40 years before him.
Smitty was down here tonight.
Yeah, he comes. It's a handoff and running with the football and running with pretty good yardage that time is Braden McLean. And he's a starting linebacker. Now they put him in the backfield and turns the corner, and he gets across the 25 up near the 27-yard line for a gain of 8.
And I believe they have a new do they have a new quarterback? No, Nick Connolly's still in there.
Yeah, he's went the distance tonight. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left for Sioux City North. 43-6, Dowling with the lead. Under 5 minutes to play. And now Conley back to throw. He's got a man open, and he overthrew him incomplete at the Dowling 35, Dave, but he got behind the Dowling defense there, did that receiver.
Oh, my. He had him beat. The pass was a bit overthrown. And, you know, this Conley, quarterback for North Sioux City, has one heck of an arm for a sophomore.
Yeah, he'll be
throws a very nice football.
He's a starter on the basketball team. He started since his freshman year, so he's got, you know, you don't put a freshman at quarterback and hand him the keys to the car very often, but the Stars have. Conley, quarterback draw, he'll keep it. Dowling converges, and they bring him down right about the 33-yard line, but he's got the first down.
Nicely designed play, went straight up the middle to the right side.
Gain of 6, and they'll move the chains with under 4 minutes to play. Of course, we will have interviews on the field following tonight's game. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN, we'll have live coverage of that following the ball game. Now Conley flushed from the pocket, running with the football near first down. And finally brought down at the 43-yard line for a gain of 10, it looks like.
That was a real nice tackle by Lucas Hillegas, running it down from his backside position.
First down, Sioux City North. Dowling leading 43-6. We've had 2 touchdowns tonight by Rashad Davis. Jake Scow on a 30-yard touchdown reception from Dante Cataldo. Rashad Davis, 3 touchdowns tonight. 2 in the first half, 1 in the second half. Here's a little pass at the receiver, they say incomplete.
I was going to say it was bouncing on the ground.
It's not, well, lateral pass would be a live ball, but it wasn't.
I thought it was not a lateral pass.
So Rashad Davis with 3 touchdowns tonight to lead Dowling. He's got 23 rushing touchdowns on the year and 2 kickoff returns on the year. Ian Middleton, a 20-yard run. Steve Hauschelt, a 2-yard run for Dowling. Lone Sioux City North touchdown was a pick 6. Parker Peterson on a 65-yard interception return of a Dante Cataldo pass. And now here's Conley with a little sidearm action, pass incomplete. He threw into coverage, and live for another down. It'll bring up second down. Third down, rather.
Tried a little quick screen to the left side to try and he had blockers set up, but incomplete pass, couldn't come up with it.
If you watched him, he kind of sidearmed it. He just threw right into coverage, and he just threw it on the ground because he knew that was a play that was blown up.
Yeah.
The screen was the main call there.
Clock continues to run.
And we're going to get a few names to Mr. Morris when we take a break. Following tonight's game, we'll have statistics and, of course, interviews, as we mentioned. Back to throw is Conley. His pass is incomplete. Receiver was hit as the ball arrived right at midfield, incomplete. And that was DeMarco Young, the intended receiver.
Lucas Hildegas.
All right, timeout on the field. We'll take one with them with minute 31 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dowling 43, Sioux City North 6. We'll return to Valley Stadium in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network and CISN.
Trucks are arriving daily during Schottenkirk Chevy's Truckload Kickoff event. Over 1,200 vehicles. WaukeeChevy.com. Inventory changes hourly. Don't see exactly what you want? Build, price, and order direct from the factory. To better serve you, we've doubled the size of our service department. We need more team members. Go to WaukeeChevy.com to see our job openings. The Truckload Kickoff event. Find new roads to Schottenkirk Waukee Chevy. WaukeeChevy.com.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
A foretaste of the real thing to come in heaven. Understanding this will bring a lot of life and happiness to any marriage. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. Taborlife.org.
Hey, welcome back to Valley Stadium, and on
number 10.
After the timeout, intercepted by Dowling Catholic as Conley threw it long, and that was at Sam Papiti.
Yes, and it was tipped to him. I will have to follow the replay to try and find out who the tip was.
There we go. So it looked like
36. I believe it was. Is that what you saw?
Might have been Aiden Ducharme.
Yes. Tipped it.
38?
Yes.
38, never mind. It was Will Barreto tipped the ball. And then Papiti on the interception. That'll do it. 32 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 Dowling from the 40-yard line. And DePhillips will give it to the tailback. Let's see if Hauschildt's still in there. Getting up off the bottom of the pile for Dowling Catholic is number 39, Jeremiah Vidane. His older brothers all kicked for Dowling, and he's a lone running back. So Jeremiah with the ball. And we'll keep it here, 20 seconds on the game clock. Timeout called, 43-6, Dowling leading Sioux City North. The Stars will end their season with a record of 2 wins and 7 losses. Brian Morse.
Hey, have you talked to Luca Scigliano yet?
We should.
Okay, I'll talk to him because
Good guess.
I did of course, I did something online talking about this game, and I called him Nico, so I owe him an apology.
Nico is now a doctor, so just so you know, his older brother.
That's all right. And that's something to strive for.
He married into a pretty good family, the Ishak family.
Oh, yeah. Tasha, Smiley Tasha.
That's right.
She never stopped smiling.
Oh.
That was Lisa. The daughter was Lisa.
I asked her, no one can be that happy.
Margaret Marcoulier is that happy.
That Dave's sitting next to me on a Friday night. Yes, she is.
Not when I mentioned this Morton building.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
No. And leave my cars out of it, too.
That'll wrap it up. 43-6 the final as Dowling runs one more play. And we'll let Brian Morris get set down there, as you can hear some of the background noise. But Dowling Catholic will end the regular season with a record of 8-1. They're ranked second in the state. They're seeded second in the state, and that's where they'll be and they're going to.
We need to run one more play.
One more play. Well, they said there was a fumble on the play recovered by Sioux City North, so they get one untimed down. But so they're going to put 12 seconds back on the clock apparently, and that's fine. But Dave,
there was only 10 seconds to start that play.
Well, they put 12, so.
Huh, that makes sense.
Yeah. How do you know there was only 10 seconds when we started that
well,
play?
I'm pretty sure there was only 10
No.
seconds.
Continuous clock, and they
No, we called timeout. Tom called his second timeout.
Right, but then the clock ran out, and they so Sioux City North will have one final play, and they give it to the tailback, and that is DeMarco Young, and he's going to be run down right about the Dowling 26.
Quite a run.
And that'll do it. Game is over, I believe, as the continuous clock continues. And
you better wait.
They are thanks to the CISN crew. They're going to be with us for the post-game show, at least the first segment, and then they're going to have another.
There's another play. I think.
That's because of the Dowling penalty. So they're going to have an untimed down. Okay. Timeout. 3 seconds remaining. Called by Sioux City North. There we go.
When he went out.
Our thanks, yes, Dave. Our thanks tonight include the CISN crew. Aaron Bandy on one of the cameras, Randy Nielsen, Jennifer Phelps running the scoreboard here, and of course Sean Ingracio, our studio producer. I want to thank Roman Wilkham back at the Iowa Catholic Radio Studios on this Friday night. Reminder, next Friday night we'll be on the air, 6:30 with our pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff from Williams Stadium on Des Moines' east side, home of the East High Des Moines East Scarlets and the Grandview University Vikings. So we'll be there, and now an attempted field goal of 44 yards by Sioux City North. Ball is down, kick is high enough, long enough, and it is good. What a way to end the game. Caleb Gross with a 44-yard field goal, and the final score 43-9. Dowling with the victory over Sioux City North, and how about that? Gross, what a way to end his senior year. Scores the final 3 points of the contest. So that'll do it. 43-9 is our final. We're going to take a 2-minute break. 2-minute, Sean and folks down the line. Roman, we'll take a 2-minute break and come back with our post-game show. And, of course, if we're simulcasting with CISN, so we'll have cameras on Brian Morris on the field. Thank him for being here tonight, and we'll get a couple guests. I think he's got a couple players, and head coach Tom Wilson. Again,
hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if this year is anything like last year, folks are going to be coming in early to get things for their houses. What you need is a high-efficient gas insert from Heat & Glow. Come in now and beat the rush, and Heat & Glow will help you out with some special promotions on gas inserts. We'll be doing up to $200 off on our gas metal inserts to retrofit into your drafty old wood fireplace. Come early, beat the rush. Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
It's our fall savings event now at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. Selling all new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Rams. Incredible savings on the new Chevy Silverado and Sierra 1500. Save big on new Chevy Equinox. Get up to $10,000 off MSRP on new Ram 1500s. New Jeep Gladiators up to $10,000 off MSRP. And new Grand Cherokees with 10% off MSRP. It's the fall savings event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Win 43-9. Okay, we're trying to dot our I's and cross T's as we're here in the post-game show. The Maroons with the win, 43-9. Had an interruption there to talk to the Sioux City North folks, but Dowling with the win. Brian Morris right there at midfield. Nobody there, Brian. You had a party and nobody came.
It feels like it's going to be a good party down here. Stevie House Schilt, I got to get the name right, but again, his teammates were so excited for him to score his touchdown. And again, Lucas Gigliano, he's just a solid linebacker for the Maroons. So we'll get a couple of them. We'll ask Coach Wilson kind of to give us his thoughts on the playoffs coming up and maybe talk about the Jenny Farrell team just one more time.
Dave has been waiting for that. He just has.
I'm just.
He needs a Morton building, and
Dave needs more. Oh, here comes Stevie. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get Stevie on here.
We found out number 14 is Tom Foster for Sioux City North. That was back in the early part of the game. But Steve House, you got Mr. House out there, Brian Moore?
I do. So,
Go ahead.
So, Steve, tonight you scored a touchdown senior night. What did that feel like?
Amazing. The best feeling I've ever felt in my life, basically.
So you look at this night, senior night, 42 seniors. A lot of kids come out. You get playing time. It's an experience you're never going to forget. What's the memory you're going to have of tonight?
Basically the feeling of when I went into the end zone and then everybody's cheering me on and pushing me around and then everybody knowing that they have my back and everything like that.
I did see that because they came down to me and I said, I know that Stevie is liked by his teammates because they were all going crazy for you. So tell me about the attitude going into the playoffs for the Maroons.
Basically just to handle business, be mentally prepared, and be able to do everything right. One mess up could mean that we go home and not be able to make it to the Dome or anything like that.
How was the feeling after last week's tough 3-overtime loss, coming into this game knowing that you have playoffs coming up?
It felt disappointing and everything like that, but that was probably our best game playing, and we still didn't even play the best that we can play, possibly. So I think we're in a very good state, and we can possibly do the best we can in the playoffs.
All right, Mark. You got a question for Steve?
Well, Steve Hauschut, you're a senior, and I'll tell you what, you're one of those guys that Coach Wilson talked. You're one of the 42 seniors. You're 42 brothers out there tonight. What was that like to cross the field with your family and look back on 4 years of Dowling football, Steve?
It was a bittersweet feeling knowing that I have gone my entire life playing football and then being able to end it on a touchdown and being able to play in my senior game, last home game at Valley Stadium for my life, and it just feels amazing.
How about all those guys holding those fake microphones around you, Hilligus and a few others, Schmidt? What do you think of that?
It's a bit intimidating, I'm not going to lie, but otherwise it's pretty funny.
Looks funny on TV. Hey, congratulations. Best of luck in the playoffs. I know you're going to give them a good look in practice this week.
Thank you.
All right,
Steve
Hauschelt visiting with us here in the post-game show following Dowling's win, 43-9 over Sioux City North. Brian Morris on the field with that interview, and he's getting set up right now with my man, Lucas Gigliano. Brother was a linebacker on one of those championship games, Dave, and his brother is now a doctor. Luca is now a senior and one of the 42 that crossed the field tonight with his mom and dad. And Brian Morris, take it away with Lucas Gigliano.
Well, the first thing I had to do to Luca is I made a video about this game because we're old guys coming back, and I called you. I called out you and Manning, but I called you Nico. So go online, Brian Morris, Facebook, and check out the video. And I apologize for calling you your brother. But, again, I've watched you all year. The first time I've been here at live, but you just play football hard, the hard-nosed way, and I just love the way you play football.
All the coaches previously always taught me, play with all the effort
that you possibly can, and I think that's something that, I really pursue doing and I love doing. It was really great, to come out here last game at Valley Stadium, and I think that really just brought all the seniors together and really made us think about how it was our last game, and I think we all played great.
Coming out of the last week, I asked Stevie the same question. What was the attitude this week in practice?
We knew we had to come out and, get the job done, and we really wanted to get all the seniors in because of senior night. And we started off a little bit slow, but I think we ultimately accomplished that goal.
One of the things I said is this team coming in was 2-6, but they sure didn't play like a 2-6 team, and they had some athletes out there.
Yeah, they played really tough, and number 1 and number 28 were really good athletes. And, once again, they played really tough, and, it was a good competition preparing us, for next week. And, everything else that comes after that.
Well, Luke, I'll turn it up to Mark for a question, but congratulations on a great senior year, and, lead those Maroons to the Dome.
Thank you.
Hey, Luca, you've got a nickname, and do you want to let our listeners and viewers know what it is? Because you get called that a lot, don't you?
It's Moose.
And there's a reason for that. What's the tale behind that?
Well, when I was young, instead of, calling military style, whatever they call it, like a baby, I would scoot on my bottom. So they called me Moose on the Loose, and it just stuck ever since.
Well, you played very well, and I'll tell you what, Brian said a lot about playing linebacker, and that's one of the toughest positions. I know you get discouraged once in a while. Last year it had to be a little tough being a junior behind those seniors, but senior year, it must have felt pretty well on senior night. 42 seniors in this club, you're one of them, and to cross that field with your family. Talk about that experience a little bit with our listeners and viewers.
Well, I had 2 brothers that played here, both Bronte and Nico, and I was always looked upon by the coaches as, the next Scigliano coming up, and, finally walking across the field as a player and not the brother really was inspiring.
And I screwed it up today and called you your brother's name. I apologize, but because I called his games for so many years.
It happens all the time. Everyone mixes us up. I get called Nico at school and just out on a daily basis, so it's not surprising.
You know what, Luca? Nobody's ever going to forget Moose. And there's somebody in Kansas City tonight, John Chito, our sideline guy. You know him very well. Matter of fact, he's your neighbor. I hope he's a good neighbor, but I'm sure he's wishing you well and wanted to do the interview, but it happened to be senior night, and you're there. So anything you want to give a shout-out to whoever?
Obviously shout-out to Johnny. I was always I was always on the other side of the mic, fixing his batteries and such. But, I love Johnny, and I love my neighborhood, Emma Avenue, and it's a great time.
Well, enjoy the night, Luca, and best of luck in the playoffs, and we'll see you next Friday night.
Thank you.
All right, Luca Scigliano with Brian Morris. And, again, the Maroons with the win tonight as Dowling defeats Sioux City North 43-9. The final score as Sioux City North tacks on a 44-yard field goal as the game ends. And we'll go back down the field. Brian Morris with head coach Tom Wilson. And you better introduce yourself to him again, Brian.
I said that I'm feeling a little old, but I was moving up and down the field. But, Coach, I've asked both the players, coming into this week, the practice after the tough Southeast Polk game, maybe in between the playoff game, what was the focus this week?
Really, it was just on us. And I felt our kids played their hearts out last week, and we just came up short. And really was to just get back to work and get back into our normal work week, and let's take care of business, and then let the chips fall where they may for the postseason.
Well, you talked to pregame about all these seniors, and it's so beautiful on a night like this that probably all of them got in, and some of them got some plays that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Well, it was awesome seeing Hochschild go into the end zone and things like that, but I called a time out or two late because we still had some work to do, and with our roster, it's tough to get everybody in, but the seniors were the highest priority, and I think we did a pretty good job of that. At least the assistant coaches told me we did. So hopefully we did, and it's good to see a lot of faces in there.
Mark, you got a question for Coach?
Well, Coach, I know it was a tough week coming off a big game, and you don't want that to carry over. And it seemed like the focus was there throughout the week, according to Mr. Marcoule. He's got a question for you here in a moment. But this week of practice, very positive, sounds like.
Oh, it was, and like I've said, I was proud of our kids. It wasn't an effort problem, and we can always execute better. And even tonight, I don't know that we were always great, but we put 43 points on the board and got a lot of people in the ball game, so that's certainly a positive.
Dave?
Coach Wilson, congratulations on your win tonight. When I come out to practice and watch you guys play, I want to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about your coaches. I go home and tell my wife that is just something else to see. The coaches, how involved each and every one of them are. They work every bit as hard as the kids. The kids don't take plays off. The coaches don't take plays off. And it's just, I think that's one of the main keys to the success at Dowling. And I just thought I'd give you a little bit to talk about your coaches a little bit, 5 minutes or less.
That's longer than that question, Dave.
To be honest with you, they're a big part of what we've done. And, you have somebody like McLean that was here before I got here, and Andy Pollock came with me. And then, a lot of the rest of them, we've been together a long time, and they understand the expectations. I think the big thing is to give them opportunities to coach, and that's what I try to do, is to give them responsibility and then stay out of the way. And they do a great job. Their passion for the game, their passion for the kids, their passion for our school and the football program is as good as anybody. And I think our kids a lot of times reflect that. And as you mentioned, playing the game hard, we tell them we're going to coach them hard. We expect a lot out of them, and the coaches deliver that expectation, and the kids do in return. So they deserve a ton of credit, and I'm lucky to have the guys I do.
Well, Tom, we appreciate you sticking around for the post game. I know you're looking forward to next Friday night hosting the game. It'll be at Williams Stadium, as I mentioned in our pregame and preparation. You won't know your opponent officially until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, but speculatively, I think your coaches have an idea.
Well, they do. I always tell them they've been right about 25% of the time. But I imagine we got a boost in ratings tonight, bringing the old guard back, huh?
Well, you tell me. I mean, you let one of them in practice. I can't believe you let Dave Marcoullier come to practice.
Quite frankly, he slipped in there, and I didn't even see him until I was kind of stumbled over him.
Coach, I've been on social media talking about this game, so it's gotten at least 4 more viewers than Mark got. One last question. Did you get a chance to see the team of 213 or talk to any of them? I know you had a game here, but
yeah, I didn't. JoJo yelled at me, and I saw some of them from a distance, but that's kind of the plan right now, is to go and talk with those guys a little bit. And obviously, great group of guys. I thought there was a pretty decent number here. I'll have to tell them that they obviously don't know how to RSVP, but it was good to see them anyway.
I talked to Deviney and Eric Austin, again, talking to Deviney about, I guess I remember that Waukee game, playoff game, he returned the punt, which, that was the closest game you guys had all year.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Deviney's probably one of the better players that, people don't bring up right away. He was a heck of an athlete, and there were a lot of them, to be honest with you. But great kids and great memories, and certainly happy we could bring them back.
Yeah, I think that's really fun to do, Coach. Thanks for the time. And last time I was on the field with Trey, he was running around in his diaper, so I'm feeling really old.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks a lot, guys. That's Tom Wilson on the field being interviewed by Brian Morris as we bring back the guys, Dave Marcoullier, Brian Morris, Mark Amadale here. And we're going to cut the CISN group loose. We want to thank them for simulcasting with us tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling wins it. Final score 43-9. Dowling improves its record. They close out the regular season with a record of 8-1 and a number 2 ranking. Sioux City North falls to 2-7 for Sean and Gracia, Aaron Bandy, and, of course, Randy Nielsen. Jennifer Phelps running the scoreboard here. We want to thank the CISN crew. We'll cut them loose, and they'll be on. They'll have playoff football next week on CISN. We'll take a final break here on Iowa Catholic Radio and come back with more final comments here on Iowa Catholic Radio and CISN.